Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of Delete Laws. What's going on out there in the land of the unfree America? Welcome, everybody, to the United States of YouTube government. Our government is working directly through YouTube to be sure that you will be censored. We have a little bit of a longer show today, So if everybody would do me a favor, and would you hit the like button? Take your finger just real quick and hit the like button. Welcome, everybody, to Delete Laws. Also, welcome the viewers from American Patriot. We are live streaming today through American Patriot. New member, Nicole. Everybody say, Nicole, welcome to Delete Laws. Welcome to American Patriot. Cope Dog, your dog is in the hizzy. Man, I love it when Cope Dog gets to catch a live stream. Super grateful for Cope Dog. Cope Dog, 1 second, real quick. Let me watch a couple. I want to show you guys a couple frames of this, but I have to be extraordinarily careful because I'm going to try to make sure this one stays monetized. But as you know, they don't want to do that. All right, so we're going to call Riviera Beach Police Department in 1 second. But first, put a 1 in the chat if you were here yesterday. Put a 1 in the chat if you were here yesterday. So yesterday, we covered this video of Sergeant Russell Byrd pistol whipping 2 people in the face with his gun, ripping their faces open. Most of my live streams are demonetized. I'm going to try to keep, well, I don't know if it's going to be possible. See, you're not allowed to show what the government does to us in the streets. Do me a favor, everybody. Type in the comment section for me, OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. As you guys know, Terry versus Ohio is the most intrusive policy created by the Supreme Court. It allows cops to put officer safety over your rights, to walk up and grab you and call it detainment. It's now a POW-style arrest. And then number 3, use something called reasonable articulable suspicion. That means any guy who used to retread tires can now all of a sudden say, I was reasonably suspicious. And it's absolute dog poo on a stick. So I'll show you guys a couple seconds of this. I got to be careful what I show. Then he's right there real quick. Hold on 1 second. I'll take it away just real quick and I'll bring it right back to you. He body slams her on the ground right there. Obviously, I can't show it. I apologize. So that's a pistol whip right there. Oh, that's the body slam right there. Within the first few seconds, you see everything.
He just got it back from legal, he said yesterday. But if you break it this week, by the end of the week, you're going to be the first one that breaks the story.
So this story is about Sergeant Russell Byrd.
Black car is Sergeant Byrd off duty.
And a whistleblower who's an active duty police officer. I have an update about that as well.
Approaching the defendant's car.
So he's off duty and he's going up to them because someone called them in as being porch pirates and they are accused of stealing a $15 package off of someone's porch. And now Byrd has followed them to their house. Not in uniform. And
he has a pistol in his right hand, hits him.
So are we allowed to show somebody get struck in the face? Is that horrifically violent? Or is it that we're showing the cops pistol whipping people? So YouTube, United States government, you could show MMA on here and it's not demonetized. But if I show the cops whipping and beating people, now look, there's a tiny little gash on his thing after the healing. I'll show a couple seconds more of this.
Unprovocated.
Okay, so that's not disgusting, gory blood. He has I mean, it's a gash. Needs some stitches there. He's got stitches in his eye there, and he has a gash here. But YouTube, United States government, that's not so bad. Watching someone get punched one time and then a little gash right here. I mean, why can't I show all of this? I'm just so confused.
All right, Black Cars, Sergeant Bird, off duty.
Okay, so what's so violent? Explain to me what's so violent and horrible about this that YouTube would age restrict it and demonetize it.
Approaching the defendant's car.
Okay, nothing too horrifically violent here. There's no blood and guts. And now he's going to pistol whip him. Again, the punch in the face. It's not.
He has a pistol in his right hand. Hits him.
He hit him with the pistol. Oh, YouTube, United States government. It's showing a little bit of gash on him. That's not horrifically violent. It's not horrifically gory. It's not glorifying violence either. We're disgusted with what we're seeing. And then Willie Betha runs in and helps cover up what Bird did, and we're going to call the Riviera Police Department in a second. The wife's going to get out of the car, and Sergeant Russell Bird is going to choke slam her. But again, it is not horrifically violent. So he's cop-splaining to her.
She's gonna go to class. I'll see he's bleeding from when he got hit. He's done.
Little bit of tiny blood. There's a tiny bit of blood, even though it's disgusting being hit with a pistol. It's still a tiny bit of blood. YouTube, United States government censorship.
Hey, God, bro, come get in right now, bro. Okay, stand right here. I ain't got to go nowhere, bro. That ain't did shit. Relax. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there, my man. Man, what you gonna do if I don't? Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Man, stay right there. Don't sit up here. Don't insult me like that. Come on. Turn around. Put your hand on your head. Turn around and put your hand on your head. Turn around and put your hand on.
He chokes her a little bit.
Gun right hand hits her right now. She slaps him or slaps at him and hits her with right
He pistol whips her.
Hits her in the head with a gun.
He's choking.
Yeah, he slammed her against the car.
He has his hand around her throat.
Yeah, he choke slams her. And then she gets up at one other point and he choke slams her again.
So that's not horrifically gory blood, YouTube, United States government.
On the ground. Now there's some bystanders here videoing it at some point. Or I think they're family members.
Say that again. The little girl does what?
The little girl ran to, I think, some family members. These guys maybe knows them or something. The little girl's being carried over here off video. Down the way.
She's already on the ground.
Up here at some point.
She's already on the ground.
Yeah, it's a,
Oh, you gotta let her put a hole. You fell. And then gun, bro.
You pushed your
If she had hit the pavement and hit her head on that car socket, the baby.
She was pregnant. I don't know if she's still pregnant or not.
Hey, report here, bro. Report here, bro.
So he slams her. I just don't know where it is. He slams her on the ground. But the point is that Michael Coleman, current chief of police of Riviera Police Department, he's covering this up. And now let me give you an update. The whistleblower has been put on administrative unpaid leave. Let me show you the text message that the whistleblower sent me this morning. So this is from the whistleblower. Let me screenshot this. So he said, and I got a new death threat this morning. Here's the death threat that I got this morning. This came into my to my phone this morning. That's what I got at 5 o'clock in the morning today. I wonder where that's coming from. Mike Coleman, Riviera Police. This is a real text message. I sent this to my team. We're already looking into it. Got it this morning. I will find you and cut your head off. Good luck, brother. My gun's right here, and I taught MMA in my lifetime. Good luck. I got a lot of unpent rage. Do it. See what happens to you. See how quickly you either end up or I end up pile driving you into the concrete. Be very careful. So there's one. That's the death threat I got this morning. And then for the confidential informant, 6:20 this morning sent me this text message. I'll show you the whole thing here. There it is. Okay. 6:26 this morning, he said, "Sorry, fell asleep, and this is the clown chief running around telling council members I'm to be arrested." He's to be arrested? Apparently, there's a New York Post about the beating. Local news reporter told me just now, and Channel 5 WBP wants to air their story today. I was notified I'm being placed on admin leave with no pay and 10 days notice of termination for whistleblowing on Russell Byrd and the police chief, Michael Coleman, at Riviera Beach Police Department, covering that up. So let's take a look at that real quick here. Here's the Twitter page, but let me do this. We called yesterday, so I should still have it in my phone, but here it is right here. Let me share this screen with you guys because I'm going to go ahead and give a call over there. We're watching this. The whistleblower is now being persecuted and prosecuted. So this is let me see what you guys can see. Okay, cool. So this is the Riviera Beach Police Department. I'm just going to go ahead and give a call over there and I want to talk to Mike Coleman. And this is for you, John Doe. I'm going to stand up for you all the way. Give me a 5x5. You guys can hear that okay? I guess they're not answering their phone today.
Riviera Beach Police Department.
Hi, I'm calling for Chief of Police Michael Coleman. My name's Chili DeCastro. I'm a nationally known journalist. All my calls are recorded. Everything I do is on the record. And I was just wondering if Michael Coleman has resigned today.
You want to speak to someone from administration?
I'd like to speak to Mike Coleman himself, the Chief of Police, who's covering up this choke slam.
I can give you a number to administration.
Okay, what's the number to administration?
561.
561.
845.
845.
4128.
4128. Okay, I'll give a call over there. Have you heard of Mike Coleman stepping down yet?
No, sir.
I mean, do you understand what's going on there? Oh, not so friendly. 561. What was the rest of that number? 561 845 4128. Is that right, Cope Doggy Dog? 4128. Got you. Thank you, Cope Doggy Dog. Cope Dog's been with me since the very beginning.
Thank you for calling. A member of our team will be with you shortly.
I sure hope so. I don't need the hold. I don't think that they're going to answer the phone. I think Mike Coleman's going to duck. What do you put a 1 in the chat if you think Mike Coleman's going to duck? He's not going to take my phone call. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's going to duck. Why don't you answer some questions, Mike? What's the matter, buddy? The 2 pistol whips that Russell Byrd did, or is that in the policy handbook for police officers of Riviera Beach Police Department in Florida? I mean, the contact number is, they're going to have to face the public, you know?
Thank you for calling. We are either assisting other residents or away from the phone. Please leave your name, number, the reason for your call, and we will return
Guess you
your
were
call
wrong,
as
Kyle.
soon as possible. Thank you. Please leave a message after the tone. When you have finished, please hang up.
My name is Chili DeCastro. I'm a nationally known journalist. All my calls are recorded. Everything I do is on the record. I'm giving a call to Mike Coleman. Hey, Mike, my number's going to show up on caller ID. Why don't you give me a call back? There's 500 people here right now listening, and we'd like to know if you're going to resign or if you're going to suspend Russell Byrd. You suspended the whistleblower with notice of termination in 10 days, but Russell Byrd, the guy who pistol whips people in the streets, and he pistol whipped his wife's lover as well, those things they don't count. I'm going to call back, Mr. Coleman. I'm going to try to call you again because I'd like you to answer the phone. I'd like you to answer to the public. That's what I'd like, Mr. Coleman. If you could do that, that'd be great. I'm going to call you again, Coleman. And Mr. Coleman, I'm going to come there and I'm going to find you and I'm going to ask you questions on camera, which is my First Amendment right as a reporter that I am. That's what I can do, Coleman. So we're not done by a damn sight. I'll call you right back, Coleman. Piece of shit. He's going to duck.
Thank you for calling. A member of our team will be with you shortly.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Where you at, Coleman? Where you at, Coleman? Why are you ducking, Coleman? Why are you ducking, bro? What are you so scared of, Coleman? You coward.
Thank you for calling. We are either assisting other residents or
Okay.
away from the phone.
Okay.
Please leave your name,
Okay.
number, and the reason for your call.
Okay. What did we get run around yesterday, or was that someone else? So I want you to hear something.
Police are called to begin.
What happens is,
Okay, so you guys have seen him pistol whip someone previously. You saw him pistol whip the wife, choke slam her to the ground. You saw him pistol whip the guy who was the suspect of the stealing the porch. He was a porch pirate, is what he's being accused of. But now listen to this part right here.
off-duty sergeant who works for Riviera Beach Police Department has a history of it. And if you search his name, you could probably come up with a news article where he laid in wait to pistol whip his wife's suspected lover, put him in the hospital.
An injured man arrives at St. Mary's Medical Center Monday morning with claims that a Riviera Beach police officer assaulted him. He is admitted to the hospital, and police are called to begin an internal investigation. The man told police that the incident happened at the home of Officer Russell Byrd while he was off duty. A police spokeswoman says Byrd has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. At this hour, it is unclear how long Officer Byrd has been with the department. Police remain tight-lipped about details on the neighborhood where the alleged incident happened. They have not released the man's name.
The chief and him are golfing buddies in their same fraternity. And all he did was take him out of the detective bureau, put him back on the road patrol like in uniform.
Okay, so he put him back on. Let's go Florida. We have another case to cover. Terry Owens in Louisiana. He's arrested for tinted windows. We're gonna get into that. I have all the body cam footage. So hold on a second. Florida State Attorney for Riviera Beach. Those are lawyers. So this is Dave Ehrenberg. That's not it. City Attorney, Riviera Beach. Here, this is right here. Okay. So this, I wonder if this is current here. Let me share with you what I'm seeing so that we can get a hold of the state attorney's office here. You guys can see what I see here. So this says right here, Okay, 600 right there. There it is. There it is. Let's go ahead. So these people are elected. Remember that. We can get rid of these people if they don't do the right thing.
Thanks for calling the city attorney's office. A member of staff will be with you momentarily.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. So what's her name? Dawn Wynn? Okay, that's fine. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea. Call the governor's office as well. I think that's a great idea. State Attorney General himself. They won't get on the phone. They'll duck. Have you noticed after COVID, all the state is just completely hiding behind computers? That little piece of plastic they put up, it wasn't just a little piece of plastic for COVID. It was a piece of plastic to separate us and them. They're all on the same team, and we're not on their team. Oh, yeah, wait till you guys see this Terry video. He gets arrested for tinted windows. It's horrible.
This is Kendra. How may I help you?
Hi, is Dawn Wynn still the active city attorney there?
Yes.
I'm calling for Dawn Wynn because my name's Chili DeCastro. All my calls are recorded. Everything I do is on the record. I'm a nationally known journalist. And what I'm doing is I'm tracking down the whistleblower who has reported Russell Byrd pistol whipping two people. Is it in the police policy handbook that the Riviera Police Department pistol whips people in the face, choke slams them to the ground? Is that the use of force procedures there?
Hi, Mr. Castro. I cannot speak on anything that you're asking me.
Why?
This one is currently unavailable.
What's that?
Right?
But have you seen the video?
I cannot speak on anything.
I'm just okay. I understand that. No problem. Don't hang up on me though. Have you seen the video though?
Okay, I won't. Go ahead.
Have you seen the video?
I cannot speak on anything that you're asking me.
I know that. I'm just asking if you've seen a video. That's all I'm asking. Nothing else. And can you answer this then? How about this? How about completely unrelated from the case? Can you answer this one question? Is it in the policy handbook for use of force to pistol whip people in the face who are accused of stealing something off a porch?
I cannot speak on anything that you're asking me.
But that's not the case. That's not I'm just asking, is it policy for the Riviera Beach Police Department to pistol whip people?
I don't have an answer for you.
Oh, you're unfamiliar with the policy handbook of the Riviera Beach Police Department?
I just don't. I cannot speak on anything that you're asking me.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I live in California. I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to come there with my big brass band. I'm going to come marching in. And when I bring in the media with my camera, I'll tell you what's going to happen. The media is going to blow that place up. There's going to be so many cameras. There's an activist who lives there now that I'm going to connect with, and we're going to come down to the city offices and we're going to ask questions. It's our right to do that, right? Ma'am? Ma'am? Miss? Ma'am? I'm going to scream. So I got to just hold on a second. Okay. Let's try. Let's try. What's his name? DeSantis, State Attorney General Office. Governor Ron DeSantis suspends state attorney. August 9th, 2023. Oh my goodness. So who is the current? Let me do this again. You guys can see what I'm doing, right? Who is the current Attorney General of Florida? Okay. So Ashley Moody. So was she the one who got fired? Is she the one he removed from office? I'm not sure. Maybe I can get a little help from the crowd. Who's the current Attorney General of Florida? Who is it? I'm just wondering. Who's the current Attorney General? Palm Beach County State Attorney. Okay, let's try that one. Let's go contact the Palm Beach County Palm Beach, Florida county attorneys. Okay, Palm Beach County Services here. Okay, so Palm Beach County Office Services. Okay, let's see if this is going to go anywhere. Maybe we can reach somebody here that will be willing to answer the question that pistol whipping and choke slamming is the policy, procedure, and protocol of the Riviera Beach Police Department. Let's see. It's located in the Chase Bank building, so that way they can kick you out and say that.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
County attorney. Oh, what's this right here?
The number and try your call again.
Okay, here's the county attorney. Can you guys see this, what I'm seeing? Let me see what you guys can see over here on StreamYard. Okay. Sucks. I'm going to have to get rid of StreamYard because they don't add in Facebook, so I'm going to be adding in Facebook. Okay, county attorney. Okay, so let's try this. And all these area codes, I believe, are going to be 561. Yep, they're all going to be 561. So let's just try a few numbers here and see if maybe maybe Denise Kaufman will jump on the phone. Let's see what happens here. And then we're going to jump into the Terry video because you guys got to see this. Oh, here's the deal in the room?
County Attorney's Office. This is Janice.
Hi, how are you, Janice? My name is Chili DeCastro. I'm a nationally known journalist. All my calls are recorded. Everything I do is on the record, Janice. And what I'm trying to do is track down somebody in the attorney's office to find out if the policies of the Riviera Beach Police Department, because there's a video that's going viral across the internet that shows Sergeant Russell Byrd pistol whipping 2 people and choke slamming a pregnant woman. We just want to find out if those are the policies, procedures, and protocols for use of force for Riviera Beach Police Department, that you pistol whip people.
Oh, I'm sorry. We can answer questions about the Riviera Beach police station. They're not under our jurisdiction.
Okay, whose jurisdiction are they?
The city of Riviera Beach. They have their own attorney.
Oh, they do. So what's the phone number to the city of Riviera Beach?
Hold on a second.
Thanks a lot for your time. I appreciate your help.
Sure. Five six one
561
845
845
4000.
845, do you say?
845 4000.
Got you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Try number 47.
Thank you for calling the city of Riviera Beach. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Do not call
Our
911.
hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday to Friday.
It's 2:30
Please
there.
make a selection from the following options.
Okay.
Press 1 for water line break and
No.
sewer backups.
No.
Press 2 for billing and collection.
No.
Press 3 for finance.
No.
Or press 0 for the operator.
Cope doggy dog got it.
Please wait while your call is being transferred.
Okay. I'll wait.
Thank you for calling the city of Riviera Beach. We will be right with you.
Okay.
For quality assurance, your call is now being recorded.
Oh, mine too. Happy to hear that. Do you guys notice how smoothly I slip in that I'm recording this phone call? Because sometimes I call states and it's two-party consent. So I just say it real quick. My name's Chili DeCastro. I'm a nationally known journalist. All my calls are recorded, things on the record, and the question I have. And make sure you just...
Thank you for calling the city of Riviera Beach. My name is Jason. Are you calling for a specific department or a specific person?
Well, I was calling for the state attorney or the Riviera Beach attorney's office for the head attorney or someone in charge over there. I had some questions about policy, procedure, and protocol for the Riviera Beach Police Department. My name's Chili DeCastro. I'm a nationally owned journalist. Everything I do is recorded on the record. I'm just trying to find out some questions about a video that I've seen going viral on the internet of the Riviera Beach sergeant named Russell Byrd, who pistol whips 2 people and choke slams a pregnant woman. I'm just wondering is that the policy, procedure, and protocol for use of force at the Riviera Beach Police Department to pistol whip people?
I'd be happy to get you in touch with the right people. May I have your first and last name one more time, please?
My name is Chille, Chille. Last name is DeCastro, D-E Castro. I know a lot of Latinos are down there, so you know how to spell it.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
And what is your phone number?
I'm not at liberty to give you my phone number just yet, but if we can get somewhere with this phone call, I'll be more than willing to share my phone number with you.
Okay. So if you don't mind, just waiting just a moment here.
I don't mind holding at all. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for calling the city attorney's office. A member of staff will be with you momentarily.
Will they? I choose to identify myself just because I don't care. When I don't want to give my ID is when the cops demand ID and I don't have to give it. I have an app coming out. So people getting late notifications. Sorry? Hello? Hi, what's your name, ma'am? My name's Chille DeCastro. How are you today? Ma'am? Are you okay? Hello? Ma'am? Are you there? What's happened? Did I lose you? Are you cat got your tongue? Are you there? One more try and then we're going to watch the Terry video.
Thank you for calling the city of Riviera Beach. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Our hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
I keep hitting 0.
Friday. Please make a selection from the following options. Press 1 for water line break and sewer backups. Press 2 for billing and collection. Press 3 for finance. Or press 0 for the operator. Please wait while your call is being transferred.
I'll patiently wait. Is Denise Kaufman the county attorney?
Thank you for calling the city of Riviera Beach. We will be right with you.
Okay.
For quality assurance, your call is now being recorded.
Mine too. Great. Both of our calls are being recorded. Great. I'm happy to hear that. Maybe the music's copywritten. I don't know. It's like progressive jazz, kind of. Like Darren. It's like get into that. I can feel it. I do elevator music most of the time. Either jazz or classical is what I listen to for the most part. Music soothes the savage beast. Are you there? Sorry about that. I could.
Carol, how may I help you?
Hi, Carol. My name is Chille DeCastro. I'm a nationally known journalist. All my calls are recorded. Everything I do is on the record. And I'm calling because there's a video that's going viral from a whistleblower where we can see some policies, procedures, and protocols are likely broken, where Sergeant Byrd pistol whips.
Okay.
And so...
which... Are you calling for a specific department, a specific person?
Well, is Denise Kaufman the county attorney? Is Denise Kaufman the county attorney?
Give me a moment here.
Who's the county attorney there that would be in charge of this? Because, I mean, eventually what happens is I don't
know, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you who would be in charge of that. But, I mean, I don't have a Denise on the list of contacts here.
Who's the county attorney there? Who's the senior person in charge of the attorney's office there? And I believe I'm calling the Riviera Beach or Palm Beach. Which one is this one?
City of Riviera Beach.
Perfect. City of Riviera Beach would work, because when I get a hold of that couple and they file a notice of intent to sue, then it'll go to your office. So who's the
county city attorney?
Who's the head city attorney? What's their name?
I just have assistant city managers, office manager. City manager is Jonathan Evans.
Jonathan Evans is the city manager?
That's what it says on the list here, sir.
But there's no county attorney, there's no city attorney who's the head city attorney there listed?
I have city manager, assistant city manager, office manager, and special events manager.
Okay. So then let's talk to the original one. What's name would you have for me there? It was what?
The original city manager?
Yeah, the guy that you said is the city manager. Who's that?
It says Jonathan Evans, and I'll be glad to take a message for him.
Oh, Jonathan.
What is your first and last name?
My name is Chili DeCastro. I have a channel on YouTube called Delete Laws. Like I said, everything I do is recorded on the record. I'm totally transparent in everything I do. You can reach me through.
Spell your name, sir. I need your name spelled, please.
Okay. It's Chili, Chille.
Okay.
Last name is DeCastro. DeCastro. D-E Castro.
All right. DeCastro.
Yep.
Telephone number, please.
You can reach me through my email address, because my phone never rings, dings, or buzzes, because I get thousands of contacts a day. So you can reach me at Delete Laws.
It doesn't give me an option to take an email, sir.
Okay. Okay. Hold on 1 second then.
Be transferring you. Give me 1 moment.
Thank you for transferring me. I appreciate that.
Transfer you. You're welcome. 1 moment, please. Thank you very much for calling today.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling the city attorney's office. A member of staff will be with you momentarily.
Is this frustrating for you? Put a 1 in the chat if this is frustrating. Like, what the flock? We cannot get someone to answer the phone? What's the deal? You can't show someone get punched in the face in YouTube, or your video's demonetized and age restricted? Like, you're saving the children? Remember the study that I showed you about called Your Brain on PORN? They couldn't find a control group of 12-year-olds who had not seen PORN. I have to spell the word out. So ridiculous, the censorship in our country. It has to change. We have a First Amendment right to say, listen, if you're a Nazi and I'm from Jewish heritage, you should be able to have a Nazi channel. I obviously, my last name DeCastro is a Jewish surname. You can look it up. Even though I don't agree with them, the bombing.
Thank you for calling. We are currently unavailable. Please leave your name, number, and the reason for...
What a load of crap on a stick. What a load of crap on a stick. Just so annoying. So annoying. Okay, let's get into it. This is the Terry Owens arrest for tinted windows. Everybody, do me a favor. Shake it out. Hit the like button right now. What you're about to see is Terry Owens in Shreveport, Louisiana, get arrested for his windows being tinted. And the pig who arrests him, what is he using? There's something you have to see before we continue, just real quick so you understand. Okay, so this right here, you guys all have to understand this, because Terry Owens is arrested using this exact case law. If you guys are new to my channel, my name is Chili DeCastro. I am an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. In the year 2002, current chief of police Michael Moore of LAPD no-knock raided my apartment twice in the same month, 28 days apart. No-knock raided me the second time with an entire SWAT team. I couldn't understand how someone with no prior record of violence, no prior record of chemicals, could have his house no-knock raided. I then began to research constitutional law, the history of our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, the foundation of law. I'm not a lawyer. I didn't even graduate from college. But as you're about to find out, I've been doing some serious studying. And so the reason why Terry Owens is about to be arrested, and you're going to see it on camera, is because the 2001 case of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista. And how is this decided? It's decided by the conservative Supreme Court personnel. See that right there? And one liberal, so-called liberal, named David Souter. And this case says under Texas law, it's a misdemeanor punishable only by a fine, either for a front seat passenger in a car equipped with safety belts not to wear one, or for the driver to fail to secure any small child driving in the front. In 1997, Gail Atwater was driving her truck in Lago Vista. Neither of Atwater's children who were sitting in the front seat were wearing a seatbelt. Lago Vista police pig Bart Turek observed the violations and pulled Atwater over. Ultimately, Atwater was torture cuffed, placed in the jail, and released on bond. Atwater then filed suit against Turek's actions that had violated her Fourth Amendment right to be free of unreasonable seizure. Everything's based on reasonableness under the Fourth Amendment. In granting the city summary judgment, the district court ruled the claim meritless. Of course, just so you know, you always lose in district court. In affirming, the en banc Court of Appeals held that the arrest was not unreasonable for Fourth Amendment purposes because no one disputed that Turek had probable cause to arrest Atwater for not wearing a seatbelt. And there was no evidence the arrest was conducted in an extraordinary manner, unusually harmful to Atwater's privacy interests. The constitutional question: does the Fourth Amendment, either by incorporating common law restrictions on misdemeanor arrests or otherwise, limit a pig's authority to arrest without a warrant for a minor criminal offense? No, it does not. You can be arrested. Okay, in a 5-4 opinion delivered by piece of shit David Souter, the court held that the Fourth Amendment does not forbid a warrantless arrest of a minor criminal offense, such as a misdemeanor seatbelt violation punishable by only a fine. If an officer has probable cause to believe, this is another term that was created, probable cause to believe, it's made up dog shit by the unelected Supreme Court, that an individual has committed even a very minor criminal offense in his presence, he may, without violating the Fourth Amendment, arrest the offender. Wrote Justice, piece of shit, David Souter for the court. Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, dissenting in opinion, argued that court's decision neglects the Fourth Amendment's express command in the name of administrative ease and thus cloaks the pointless indignity that Gail Atwater suffered with the mantle of reasonableness. It cloaks the pointless indignity with the mantle of reasonableness. Now, this is very important that you understand Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, because any jackboot thug pig can go to an academy for a few weeks and then go OTJ, on-the-job training, for 6 months, and then that pig has the right to arrest you for crossing the street when the light's not green, for not using your blinker, for tinted windows. So we're going to watch a few body cameras here. I'm going to try not to interrupt it because this is about an hour of body camera footage. You're not ready for what you're about to see. This is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. The first one we're going to watch is 23 minutes. I'm going to fast forward through parts of it that kind of drag, but we're going to get into every detail of this video.
That's expired too.
Jordan, oh my.
Is it?
Oh my.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's just the ticket.
We're gonna hit that.
Actually, you know what? Let's do let's just do chip tooth, because I have testimonial from dozens of people regarding chip tooth. Chip tooth is the name of Officer Medlin, Pig Medlin, who's been terrorizing that community for decades. He's such a jackboot thug pig. This is disgusting behavior by a cop. Okay, so Terry Owens is in the car, and just so you know, this has to do with a city worker that he gave a hard time to for towing people's cars illegally.
How's it going, Corporal Mellon, Shreveport Police? Is this your car? I'm recording you too. Need your license, registration, insurance for your dark tinted windows. We can't see in there.
Okay, so right there, what do we teach you here on Team DLZ?
How's it going, Corporal Mellon, Shreveport Police? Is this your car?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this your car? I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I've got my license, registration, proof of ID ready to go, but I do not answer a single question, and you must say the words from the top of the trifold to the bottom Fifth Amendment, I invoke the right to remain silent. You can't just say I don't answer questions. That doesn't count. The 2013 case of Salinas versus Texas, the black robe tyrants who we don't elect that are in charge of our civil liberties, added a caveat. They called the Fifth Amendment a privilege, not a right, that you must state your privilege. It's a total violation into our Fifth Amendment. You're supposed to be able to say Fifth Amendment with your hand, and that should be it. But now you have to state it out loud, which could incriminate you if you're impaired. Don't talk to cops. Use your trifold.
I'm recording you too. Need your light?
You're recording too, but that doesn't mean it took months to get this body cam footage.
Some registration insurance for your dark tinted windows. We can't see in there.
Listen carefully. You're going to hear Atwater.
What they got to do with you driving?
Is that like a blue line? That's like desecration of the flag.
No, this is the Thin Blue Line Brotherhood.
He's wearing a thin blue line terrorist hat, and so Terry Owens points it out.
Brotherhood, ain't that like a gang or something?
No, this is the Thin Blue Line for the police.
Yeah, exactly. So you got
Now I need your license, registration, insurance, sir.
for what though?
For your traffic stop, for your tent.
Stop knocking on my window.
Stop knocking on the window.
Roll
Roll it
it
down.
down.
Roll it down. I'm a passenger. It don't matter.
Roll it down.
Yeah, what's
Sir, I need your information.
For what?
Traffic stop.
So when he says I'm the passenger, you should have right here the Fifth Amendment cop card for the passenger up on your visor. And it says here, cop demands ID, says he has reasonable articulable suspicion. The yellow one is the non-driver card. The blue one is the driver card. You only pull out your yellow and blue cards when there's a pig in front of you. Now, on the non-driver card, it says Fourth Amendment, number 4, for the Fourth Amendment on here, cop demands ID, says he has RAS. While filming, state, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I identify as good citizen. No IDs required. With reasonable articulable suspicion, Hibble versus Nevada says citizen must state how they ID, not give ID without probable cause. Terry Owens' son, you have a lockdown federal civil rights lawsuit that I'm going to help Terry fund and pay for that lawyer to sue these jackboot thug pigs. You got it on camera. Your rights were clearly violated. Both these guys are going to go to jail. Wait for it.
Yeah, have one more officer come here.
What's your name again?
I'm Corporal Medlin. It's right there.
So is that a driving infraction?
Yes, that is a driving infraction. Yes, sir. And this is a traffic stop. And I am.
You kind of got an attitude.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you for your license, registration, insurance.
Okay, what do I teach you on this channel? To have your license, registration, and proof of insurance ready to go inside of your trifold, just like this. When the cop pulls you over, you have your phone, forgive me, you have your phone in your right hand. You have your phone in your right hand, and you have your trifold and your identification, proof of insurance, and registration rubber banded in with this fancy broccoli wad rubber band that I give you in the envelope. Everything goes up on your visor. I don't care if you have a Mercedes 6000 GTB 27. Don't care. Everything goes rubber banded up on your visor. Now, you're going to be filming the entire interaction. Don't wait 2 seconds. The moment the jackboot thug pig says license, registration, proof of insurance, just give it to him. There it is. Now he says, why are your windows tinted? I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. That's how it works. You get this on deletelaws.com. Deletelaws.com. If you pick this up, I'm going to give you a set of Fifth Amendment cop cards totally for free. Get the $25 version so that I can put it in your envelope. And then if you follow the step-by-step tutorial and you get arrested on camera, I'll help you fund your lawyer. I'll help you sue those jackboot thug pigs. But you don't, if he asks you for your license, registration, and proof of insurance, you have it ready to go. Papers, please. Someone said Nazi Germany. It sure is, man. And if you don't give your papers, oh boy, listen to what Medlin's going to say when he doesn't give his papers right away.
Yes, that is a driving infraction. Yes, sir. And this is a traffic stop. And I am.
You kind of got an attitude.
No, I'm not. I'm asking you for your license, registration, insurance.
No, he's not rolling the window down. Tell him stop.
License, registration, insurance. That's okay. When the other officer gets here, we'll extract everybody from the car.
No, you won't.
Oh yeah, we will.
For what?
because you're failing to
what? You don't have to give ID if you're the passenger in the car.
Cooperate with us.
That has nothing to do with it. It's your right to not to have to give ID. It's your Fourth Amendment right of unreasonable seizure to take my identification when you're the passenger in the car. He doesn't have the Fifth Amendment cop card on him. You have to have it on him so you can show him. Here's what it says. Cop demands ID. That's the driver card. Forgive me. Number 4 right here. It says cop demands ID. Let me educate you, Ossifer. It says right here, I don't have to give ID. The laws in the navy blue is Hibble versus Nevada. Even in stop and ID states, without reasonable articulable suspicion, I don't have to give you my identification. The reason why it's funky is because there's a green screen behind me, and so the yellow sometimes gets blurred out a little bit. It says right there on your Fifth Amendment non-driver cop, these are only $10. They're 2 for $15. And you don't get one, you get 2. You get the driver and non-driver card, the 2 for $15. You get 2 sets, so you can give a pair away. If you get a trifold, I give you a pair of cop cards anyway. If you want to buy them, do it. But for the love of God, have it in your car. He doesn't have the literature on him, and now he's going to get in a back and forth and a big sausage measuring contest with a jackboot thug pig. You have to have the literature on you.
We're asking for your ID. You're a passenger in this car. You're on a traffic stop. Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. He's a passenger.
165 or 134. Can you come to our location, please?
Tell me what law is that where the passenger has the ID?
Because we're on a traffic stop.
Okay, but he's not driving.
Okay, I don't care.
But that's wrong. He doesn't have to ID because you're on a traffic stop, Medlin, you piece of shit.
I don't care. Okay.
You better care, Medlin. You're about to get sued.
Guess what? When my supervisor get here, we're getting y'all out this car. He's coming. He's coming.
Why can't you ask him out of the car now? What does it say in your trifold? If the cop asks you to get out of the car, you've invoked your Fifth Amendment right. Cop says to get out, open your trifold to the very first page and flip it around. Cop asks you to get out of the car. You want me to get out of the car? No problem, officer. Before I get out of the car, I want to inform you that I have a right to film cops. From the 2017 case of Turner versus Driver and the 2022 case of Irizarry versus Yeehaw, it says, I always film cops' faces. Our right to film police falls squarely within the First Amendment purpose to protect a free and robust discussion of public affairs, hold government officials accountable, and check of abuse of power. Violating the First Amendment on camera removes the cop's qualified immunity. I understand that I have to get out of the car because the 1977 case of Pennsylvania versus Mims. I'm willing to do that. You don't need to wait for backup. I'm a nonviolent person. I'll get out if you order me out. Everything has to be caught on camera so then we can help you sue if they violate your rights. You have to have it. Your $20 ain't going to make or break me. You not having the trifold in your car might make or break you. That's just a simple fact. That's just the way it is. Our country's destroyed by jackboot thug pigs.
We're getting y'all out this car. He's coming. He's coming.
Call your supervisor. Matter of fact.
I need your license, registration, insurance, sir.
I'll give them.
Okay, well, you get them now. You get them now.
Call your supervisor.
My supervisor's coming.
Okay, so when he gets here, I'll talk to him.
No, you're talking to me.
Yeah, when he gets here,
You're talking to me.
Yep, you got a little attitude.
Hey, we're not gonna write them a ticket. We're gonna take them to jail for it.
Take me to jail then.
We're gonna take them to jail, and how are they gonna take them to jail? Because the 2001 case of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista that says everything is arrestable.
We are.
Take me to jail.
We are going to take you to jail.
It does.
What law am I breaking?
A traffic law.
Okay, what law?
Well, I can take you to jail. Your
What
tent.
law is that?
Your tent.
Tent? That's not a law.
Schultz, bring your tent meter too, please.
No, it's a policy created by the unelected Supreme Court that's in charge of our civil liberties. That has to change.
Somebody to jail. So you can try.
I can take you on any traffic infraction.
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Yes, he can, Terry. It's a dog shit thing the Supreme Court created in 2001 called Atwater versus City of Lago Vista.
Call your supervisor.
Okay.
Call your supervisor.
And why is he going to arrest him? Because the passenger won't give ID. Hey, Terry Owens, if you're watching this, Terry and I spoke earlier today. We're going to sue these pigs, Terry. I just put into the chat. Take a look at what I put into the chat. Take a look. Take a look what I put in the chat just now.
Coming.
Thank you.
He's coming.
So when we'll
I need your license, registration, insurance, sir.
I'm your supervisor to get here.
I don't give a damn. I need your information.
I don't give a damn. So is that part of your policy to talk to people like that?
Yes, sir. When they don't cooperate.
I don't have to cooperate.
Yes, sir.
When it's a legal stop.
It's these not cooperating. You never asked them to step out of the car. You said you're arresting them for the passenger not giving his identification. Terry, this is a federal civil rights lawsuit.
It's not illegal.
It is an illegal stop. So when your supervisor get here, I'll deal with him.
Yeah, I need your temp meter.
Yeah. So keep talking to me like that. Say what you said at the beginning. You don't.
There you go. Here, I'm recording you too.
I don't care about your recordings. Y'all can alter those.
When you get here, we're gonna. Sir, we can't alter nothing.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Look at that.
Can you alter this phone? Yes, you can.
I try altering your teeth.
Guess what? You going with me whenever he gets here.
Yeah.
There you are.
Yeah. You might run that on other people, but you don't run it on me.
Okay, well, watch.
Yeah.
A traffic law can arrest you,
Okay.
and I am going to
All right,
arrest
tell me
you.
what law. Tell me
Traffic
what law.
violation.
Okay, what violation?
I don't know you. You might not come to court.
I don't care about you knowing me.
Okay.
You're not supposed to know me. So what law? What law?
Sir,
What law
we're
have
going to
I
talk to you whenever
What
my
law have
people
I
get here.
broken? What law have I broken?
Traffic law, tent.
Which one?
Tent.
So that's an arrestable offense.
Yes, sir. Any offense is an arrestable.
Name me the law that will get you arrested.
Yeah, I know. I'm not.
Because you don't know it. You're sitting here lying because you think you're going to intimidate somebody.
I ain't trying to intimidate you.
are.
I'm telling you, I'm taking you to jail.
Take me to jail then.
I am.
Take me right now. Take me right the fuck now.
Yeah, this dude don't want to.
So someone just asked in the chat a very important question, and let me explain it. He asked, will this jackboot thug pig lose his qualified immunity on this case? Qualified immunity does not matter. It's irrelevant. If the cop is following policy, procedure, and protocol that he learns in their handbook, well, then he can't get in trouble. Qualified immunity or not, qualified immunity has been abolished in Connecticut, Colorado, New Mexico, and New York City. How much change has it made in Colorado? Zero. How much change has it made in New Mexico? Zero. You heard me earlier when I was calling the Riviera Beach County Attorney's Office, and I asked them one question. What was it? I asked them, is it in your policy handbook for the police to pistol whip people in the face when they're effectuating an arrest? If it's not in the handbook, they're not following policy. That goes around their qualified immunity. But again, if the officer claims, what do we always say in this chat? OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. And what does that mean? Officer safety first. The cop can say, I feared for my life. And that's all he has to say. Qualified immunity be damned. It's not about qualified immunity. It's about Terry versus Ohio. I've been teaching this for 2 years on YouTube. Maybe sooner or later, people are going to get it. How much change has happened in New York City? Zero. How much change has happened in Connecticut since they abolished qualified immunity? Because ignorant YouTubers were running around saying, in qualified immunity, it doesn't matter. The Terry versus Ohio policy of officer safety first, all they have to say is I was in fear for my life. That's it. So qualified immunity doesn't matter. The policy of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista makes everything arrestable. He's following policy. The policy of Pennsylvania versus Mims, 1977, which I showed you in your trifold, says that you have to get out of the car in the name of officer safety. Right there, driver, get out of the car. These are Supreme Court cases where an unelected body of men have decided our civil liberties are being infringed every day. The Supreme Court, since the inception of the Supreme Court with the 1793 Judiciary Act, has been violating our civil liberties ever since. Ever since. It has nothing to do with qualified immunity. You learn that by watching dumb YouTubers. None stupider than Lackluster and James Freeman. There are a couple morons running around saying qualified immunity. I'm sorry that you learn from stupid people who don't know the law. I'm a constitutional law scholar. These are dunce caps who picked up a camera and said, oh, I thought qualified immunity is the reason why cops don't get in trouble. No, that's not why cops don't get in trouble. Cops don't get in trouble because they're following the policies created by the Supreme Court for each different case law. He won't get in trouble for a wrongful arrest because he has the right to arrest you for tinted windows because of the 2001 case of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista. He has the right to order you out of the car because of the 1977 holding of Pennsylvania versus Mims, which is an extension of what? The 1968 holding of Terry versus Ohio. Without Terry versus Ohio, you don't have Pennsylvania versus Mims. And what is the policy of Pennsylvania versus Mims? What does it say there? Officer safety is legitimate and weighty, and the intrusion into personal liberty at most is a mere inconvenience. Is that what it is? The POW style of arrest you're subjected to when you get out of the car? No, it's a gigantic intrusion into our liberty. Pennsylvania versus Mims is not possible. The jurisprudence is based on what case? The 1968 case of Terry versus Ohio. Qualified immunity, peace, and love has nothing to do with what's happening to us in the streets. It's the Supreme Court policy from each different case where they decide a policy that infringes on our rights. The Fifth Amendment, you used to be able to just say, but in 2013, the Supreme Court said, no, you have to state your privilege. You have to say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You have to say the actual words. I'm teaching you now. Learn from me. Learn. It's not qualified immunity. It's Terry versus Ohio.
To cooperate, but he don't think I can take him to jail for this shit because he don't want to cooperate. So I'm gonna take him to jail. He going to jail.
What's he going to jail for? Because the passenger wouldn't give ID? That is a federal civil rights violation.
Are you a sergeant?
My sergeant on the way.
Okay, well this dude right here, he's very disrespectful. You can talk to me like I.
He don't want to give his license, registration, insurance. He don't want to give his ID over there because he said.
And that pig is wearing a thin blue line on his phone. Watch.
License, registration, insurance. He don't want to give his.
Look at that. See that on it? See that right there? He's got his thin blue line flag right there, right on his phone, whatever that is.
His ID over there because he said we can't do that.
Why are you gonna ID the passenger?
Because it's a traffic stop.
So, okay. So Terry, if you're watching this, just so you know, now that I've had time to break down your video in front of a crowd of people, just so you know, the entire arrest is predicated and effectuated based on the passenger, your son, Terry, not wanting to show his identification. That's a Fourth Amendment violation to arrest somebody because they won't give you ID with no reasonable articulable suspicion and especially no probable cause. Reasonable articulable suspicion is a construct of institutional racism created in the 1968 case of Terry versus Ohio. Listen, I'm very light-skinned. I'm Colombian. I don't like everything being racist. Most of the policies created by the Supreme Court were created so that cops could have total dominion over black people. All of your gun rights from the 1911 Sullivan Act, it's written in New York. 25,000 gun permits are going to go out. You have to have a permit from who? From the president of the police bureau to have a handgun in New York City. Who got one? Donald Trump Sr. got a permit. They predetermined who would get the permits for guns in New York City in 1911. And why was the 1911 Sullivan Act passed? Because it wasn't going to be applied to white people. Only black people would not be allowed to get a permit for a gun. If you go to my website, deletelaws.com, you can read The Racist Origins of Gun Control, Part 1 and Part 2. One is by Steve Eckwall, and the other one, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. There it is. I'm teaching you now. I told you. I'm a constitutional law scholar. All I do is study this stuff so I can teach it to you so we know what changes have to be made. Reasonable articulable suspicion is a part of Terry versus Ohio, which is a construct of institutional racism.
Yeah. Why are you gonna ID the passenger?
Because it's a traffic stop.
He's in violation. He just took it off.
Oh well.
He just took it off. Come on, bro. You a brother.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
No, he is not a brother. He's blue. He's not black. He's blue. The same thing with Chip Tooth Medlin. He's blue.
Part of them.
You part of them. Look at you wearing that thin blue line.
He thinks this is something that's silly. It is the thin blue line for the law enforcement.
No, there's no such thing as law enforcers. They all sign peace officer certificates.
Law enforcement.
Yeah, there's something wrong with y'all.
There's something wrong with us as you're wearing a gang symbol, you piece of shit.
There's something wrong with them.
No, there's something wrong with you, pig.
Coon ass nigga, fuck you.
I don't care.
Oh, he called him a coon ass Enna.
Exactly.
Law enforcement.
Yeah, there's something wrong with y'all.
It is something wrong with them.
You a coon ass nigga, fuck you.
Oh, it's true. He is. And he is straight up a coon ass Enna. He straight up is. He's a total fraud, a traitor to his people. He's not black anymore. He's blue.
I don't care about it hurting you. It don't hurt you. You hurt your own people.
I'll tell you what, though. You take this black guy, you put him in a pair of sweats and a T-shirt, put him at the laundromat, and the cops will treat him the exact same way. Even if he has a badge, they'll still treat him the exact same way. Sad.
You a traitor to your own people.
We're all our people.
To your own people.
That's expired too.
Jordan, hold my.
Is it? Yeah.
That's just a ticket.
We're gonna hit that. No, it ain't. I can take you.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna take him.
Oh, okay.
So remember, Terry, the whole arrest is predicated on your son not giving ID for the federal civil rights lawsuit.
Do what?
No, it don't.
No, it doesn't. Atwater versus City of Lago Vista says any infraction is arrestable, including tinted windows, not using a blinker, you name it.
Where y'all get that from?
Terry,
I'm gonna take him on it.
I'm going to take him on it. So just so you know, the reason why we're going to help Terry sue is because this case challenges Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, that anything is arrestable. This is why we're going to help you fund your attorney, Terry. I've already sworn to him that I'll do it. Terry, we are going to fund your attorney, but I'm going to come there to Louisiana when I go to Florida, and I'm going to find your attorney who will challenge this case based on taking on Atwater versus City of Lago Vista. There's a principle and a point to what we're doing here. That's why we have to fight this case.
I am, and I'm taking him on that because Schultz coming over with the tent meter.
That's fine.
But that's not what you said originally, Chip Tooth. Right back here, you said you were taking him because the passenger wouldn't give his ID, wouldn't roll his window down. He wasn't cooperating, is what you said. Don't lie now.
So when you're sorry to be here, I'll give him all this information.
So this guy's notorious for roughing people up, beating people up, arresting people wrongfully, all through the poor neighborhood of Shreveport. They call him Chip Tooth. I'll show you a picture of him when we look at the other body camera footage.
Okay.
Ed's in the room, everybody.
I know. You hear how he's talking, right?
I hear everything.
Yeah, you hear how
In the state of Ohio, the law is
You're not in Ohio, ma'am.
That's not Ohio.
Ohio's just as bad as Louisiana, and it's a federal policy created by the Supreme Court that anything is arrestable.
That's everywhere. There's no reason for the ID. Yeah, I've never given my ID to any police officer when I was a passenger. I never did. Never have. Never did.
That's everywhere. Everybody knows.
Hey, we're hiring police if you think you know the law.
Oh, I'm sure you are. And let me just jump in here again. If you sign up to be a jackboot thug pig, you're an enemy of the people. Don't go take your $10,000 a month because you have no other skills. Figure out what to do with your life. Don't become an authoritarian pig. Don't do it. If you join the pig force, you're a disgusting maggot. Every one of them is maggots. There's not one that's not a maggot. The confidential informant who informed to me, he's a decent person. He still joined a pig force. Disgusting. Of course they're hiring. They can't get anybody good to sign up. Look at the dumb pigs they have working there.
So what, you think people that are citizens aren't supposed to know the law?
And that, well, evidently she don't know it. Oh yeah. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he's going with me on these traffic infractions.
If you legally arrest me, I'm gonna sue you for your
Good.
bond.
Sue me.
And I'm gonna take everything. I'm gonna take your house. I'm gonna take your car. I'm gonna probably take your ugly ass wife too.
Okay.
Wow.
If you think you intimidate somebody. So where's your tent meter at?
Well, it's my 10 meters right here. Because they can't see in there, sir. And it's broad daylight. Anyway, it's broad daylight. Yep, my sergeant's right here.
Baby, I gotta be out loud all the time.
Schultz. Yeah. He gonna be going with me on these traffic violations.
They're all
he
in
told
on
us
it
we
together.
can't arrest him for that. He don't want to give me all of his info either.
They're all in on it together.
He gonna be going with me. He wants to speak to our supervisor. I want the back tent too.
I won't, my man. That's 24. Will you roll down your back window a little bit?
No.
I'll tell you, he going with me anyway. This got to be 40. He going with me.
Hey, you know what? I don't know. What's your first name, sir? If you don't mind.
He won't tell us nothing. That's what I mean. He's got expired there. My supervisor's here.
Well,
hey, he won't give us his information. He's got tent that's violated. He's got his inspection stickers out. He don't think that his passenger has to get.
Take a look at the cop window right there. Isn't that window? Aren't those windows tinted? So we can do whatever we want, but you can't. When I'm governor, I'm going to end tinted windows being a law. I'm going to end it through executive order if I have to. You can tint your windows if you want to. They created the window tinting from the 1979 plain view doctrine by the FBI. So in 1971, in a case called Coolidge versus New Hampshire, where Coolidge had killed his gas station attendant or whatever, he killed someone down at the gas station. Then they went up to his apartment. They got a warrant. The cops got a warrant for his apartment, and they searched Coolidge's apartment, but they didn't have a warrant to get a gun. And the gun was sitting on the kitchen table when they walked into Coolidge's apartment. So 8 years later, in 1979, the FBI created what's called the Plain View Doctrine. As soon as the 1979 Plain View Doctrine was created, states around the country began to create window tinting laws. Because if they can look in your car and see something in plain view that they can arrest you for, then they're going to arrest you. You see how Coolidge versus New Hampshire created the doctrine of in plain view, created by the FBI. And how good is the FBI? Put a 1 in the chat if the FBI is a dog shit organization. A dog shit organization. And they are. They absolutely are.
Give us any ID because he's on the phone with some lady that says in Ohio they don't do like that. Well, this is Louisiana. But he don't want to give me
They do it in Ohio as well. They'll try to get your ID as the passenger.
none of this information. I'm taking him to jail on those. I don't give a damn because he already said he's going to complain anyway.
You're taking him to jail because he's going to complain? Oh, Medlin, you're digging your hole. I haven't listened to every word of this like I'm doing now. Medlin, you are retaliating against this man because you're afraid he's going to complain. Medlin, you're screwed.
So on these violations, he told me I can't take him to jail. On the misdemeanor violation, it's a ticket. I can take you to jail. And I'm taking him to jail. He still won't identify himself to me. Yes. He said he would wait for you and tell you, but he won't tell none of us. He said this is a racial thing. Him with mine because we're a brotherhood.
Hold on. Sir.
That is, he did not say this is a racial thing. He said you're a coon-ass Enna for joining the pig force and wearing a blue striped terror flag.
Sir.
He's right here.
And the cop, listen to these pigs out there laughing like this is the funniest. See these two pigs over here? Disgusting maggots. Listen to them laughing.
Hold on. Sir.
He's right here.
Do me this favor. Okay? Well, I mean,
we've already asked for his information.
You think maybe we shouldn't hire pigs that are this fat? You think maybe he should be thin? You think maybe we should hire pigs who are in decent shape? Can't even control what he eats. Why should he be in charge of anybody else?
Well, I'm just trying to help you out.
Oh, you're just trying to help him out? You know, he wouldn't be in this jackpot right here if it wasn't for you pigs. You wouldn't need any help. If you just left him alone, he didn't do anything wrong. He's literally just sitting on the side of the road. He's just sitting on the side of the road. It's ridiculous.
Help, then I'm.
You've been talking about taking me to jail for window tint, which we know he can't.
Oh, yeah, I can.
can't show me the law to where you can be arrested for window tint on the car.
It's a misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor
Okay,
offense.
show me
You know what?
the law.
Let me just hand you over my sergeant. We're going to step away. We'll hand you over to the sergeant. He can explain that to you, okay?
Do that.
He wants to talk to you because he won't give us his info. So
Sergeant Mills, badge fine 44. How can I help you?
Oh, I told him I went
It's supposed to. You know
So,
I want him out of the car.
You
We
never
got to do the tint in the back window anyway.
you never ordered him out of the car. It's preposterous. You never asked him to get out of the car. You said, when back up here, I'm going to get you out of this car. But you never asked him to simply exit the vehicle. You never requested it. It's on video.
if I get out of the car, I'm locking my car. You already checked the front seat. You said you pulled your.
Hey, you know you lucked out, by the way. I have been bringing it.
Back to the back.
But I put all my gear in today.
It ain't factory.
Oh,
You know now.
and loud. Read it right there.
What?
Read what it says.
Cops are pigs. Cops are
It
scum.
says your breath smell. I shit you not. It says your breath smell.
No, he's not.
Okay,
It's not easy. You can be arrested for any traffic violation, any misdemeanor traffic violation. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but it is wrong. Okay.
Listen to what he says again here. Listen to what the pig says.
Misdemeanor traffic. You can be arrested for any traffic violation, any misdemeanor traffic violation. Yes, you
Man, this case is ripe. This case is ready to take on Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, that you should not be arrested for any traffic violation. Wow. This Terry Owens, this is a perfect case to take on Atwater versus City of Lago Vista. It would be one of the fastest Supreme Court reversals in U.S. history. And the only one I believe that was a little bit faster, I think it was the racial covenants that were created by, which case was that created racial covenants? And that was overturned. Let my brain melt on it for 1 second. But this is a perfect case to go after Atwater.
can. Yes, you can. I don't know where you're getting your information from, but it is wrong. Okay.
The pig's all laughing, having a good time.
Okay. You're gonna have to step out the vehicle, sir.
We need the passenger's information too.
And look at this jackboot thug pig. He can't wait just to hurt people. All you have to do is be willing to follow orders and hurt people. At that point, when the cops order you out of the car, you have got to get out of the car. But what do you do before that? You tell them, I am not armed. I am no danger to you. You're ordering me out of the car because you believe that I'm armed and presently dangerous. And that's going to be Pennsylvania versus Mims. You tell the pig, I'm going to get out, but I'm going to be filming everything. I don't need to be detained in torture cuffs. I know you're going to Terry pat me down. I don't have any weapons. Don't take my phone out of my hand. I have a right to film cops. It's in my trifold right here. I'm showing you the case law. If you take my phone out of my hand, you lose your qualified immunity, piggy. I have a right to film you. I realize you're going to Terry pat me down when I get out, but there's no need to do a POW style of arrest and throw me on the ground, stick your knees in my neck. I'm nonviolent. Get out of the car, lock the doors behind you, and film the cop's face. I film cops' faces. That's how I do it. I one time did a panel where someone came on and said, if you're nervous, just keep the camera down here and film down here and just get the audio. And I said to the guy, wrong. And then the guy hates me forever because he's wrong. That's why I don't do panels anymore. Not just because of that one. I just don't do panels anymore because people are stupid.
This all became way unnecessary.
I know. All we're doing is traffic stop.
No, it's way unnecessary for you to stop a guy because his windows are tinted. It's way unnecessary for you to say you're under arrest because I can arrest you. Medlin.
For starters, spin around for me because right now you do not spin around. Spin around. Spin around. Spin around. Spin around.
Wow, look, what I say? When he gets out of the car, they attack him. Chiptooth wants to attack him.
For starters, spin around for me because right now you do not.
He put his hands up, and Medlin's going to attack him.
Spin around. Spin around. Spin around. Spin around. Hands up here. Here. You know what? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Put your phone down so you don't break it, okay, my man? Yeah, you don't hurt. Come on. Well, we're not going to hurt you if you don't resist. Okay?
Stop, traffic stop. Jordan, just stop. Just stop.
Put your hands on the car. They're going to pat you down for safety, okay? Okay.
I don't know where y'all are getting this.
All right. Hold on. We're going to give you a second pair of cuffs, so we're not going to put you in just one pair.
Listen, right now you got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in the court of law. You have right for an attorney. If you cannot afford one,
I don't know where y'all are getting this.
All right. Hands on the car. They're going to pat you down for safety, okay?
Pat you down for whose safety? They're going to pat you down for officer safety. Where does that term officer safety come from? Terry versus Ohio. You know, when blacks were freed in 1954 in Brown versus Board of Education, the police upheld segregation. What gives cops their qualified immunity? The 1967 case of Pearson versus Ray, which was determined from what arrest? The 1963 arrest where the Freedom Riders went and ate at an all-white restaurant. They were arrested for eating at an all-white restaurant. They went to court, and then the court gave the cops qualified immunity in the 1967 case of Pearson versus Ray. Blacks were freed in 1954. They weren't really free till the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Just 4 years later, Terry versus Ohio was created so that cops could grab black people. That's a fact. And I'm super pretty conservative. You guys know that. And super pretty liberal too. And he says officer safety. He's quoting Terry versus Ohio.
Just stop. Put your hands on the car. They're going to pat you down for safety, okay? Okay.
I don't know where y'all are getting this.
All right. Hold on. We're going to give you a second pair of cuffs, so we're not going to put you in just one pair.
Oh, you're so grateful. Thank you so much.
listen, right now you got the right to remain silent.
Thank you so much for putting me in 2 pair of torture cuffs, and all these pigs are in on it together. There's not one that's better than the next.
Anything you say can't be used against you in the court of law.
Look at
You
this
have
pig. He can't control what he eats, and he's a pig.
right for an attorney. If you cannot afford one,
Shouldn't be a great big fat pig. Sorry. You're supposed to have the best and the brightest.
won't be appointed. You understand your right, sir? Okay. Well, then I'm not going to ask you nothing.
No, he doesn't want to ask him anything. He just wants to torture him and arrest him.
Why are you going in my pocket?
Because I'm checking you for any weapons. You're under arrest right now. Come on. Come on.
You know what?
Let's go. Let's go.
You're going to let them do this,
Let's go.
You're going to let them do it.
There's not a reasonable officer on the scene. They're all pigs.
Oh, hey, come on.
All right.
Come on.
Y'all in so much trouble.
Yeah. All you had to do is fly.
So much.
Have a seat.
You can fly to illegal.
Hold on, be still. You done pulled it loose. I know you did.
They're going to break his elbow.
I think this might be a little bit of
I'm trying to delete.
This is a little bit of retaliation.
Retaliation from what? I simply tried to get a traffic stop on you.
Bullshit, you pig.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess he's not so fat. When you're
traffic stop on
when
you.
you're as fat as a house, though, you should not be a copper. Just like females shouldn't be cops. He's not so fat. He's just got a real fat neck.
To get a traffic stop on you.
And look at those ridiculously stupid glasses. What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with him? Well, he's a pig. You got to be a real piece of shit to sign up to do this. What a douchebag. Total douchebag.
I'll sit here detained.
Does he got ID? Okay, well, detain
He doesn't have to give ID.
him. We got to know who he is on this traffic stop.
No, you don't. That's bullshit. That's total bullshit. That's a total freaking lie. That is not true at all whatsoever. That's a lie. It's on your Fifth Amendment cop card right there. Cop demands ID, says he has reasonable articulable suspicion. Terry versus Ohio. Of what? Of being a passenger in a car? And then it says right here, while filming, the law is in the navy blue right here. Hibble versus Nevada. Citizen must state how they ID in a stop and ID state. I identify as good citizen, but not give ID without probable cause. It says so right on your Fifth Amendment cop card. Why is it so important that you have the Fifth Amendment cop card and that you quote the actual law? Does anybody know the answer? Why is it so important? Why do I need to quote the actual holding of Hibble versus Nevada? Why is that important? Can anybody tell me the answer? It's called the clearly established prong. When you get to federal district court, you're going to lose. You're not going to win till you get to circuit court. So in the district court, though, they're going to say, well, the clearly established prong says that you must state the right that you're invoking, and the cop has to know that he's violating your rights. Clearly established prong is a two-prong effect, that you have to state the right that you're invoking. I'm invoking my First Amendment right to be pressed, my Fifth Amendment right my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and my Fourth Amendment right to be free of unreasonable searches and seizures. If you don't state those three amendments, then the judge in the district court's going to say, no, cop gets qualified immunity. He was following the Terry policies. And you didn't state which right you were invoking, and the cop didn't know he was violating your rights. The federal court is to protect the cops. Your state courts are protect cops. They're not for you at all. I used to think that you would go to a judge who's a custodian of liberty. And I used to think that, you know what? Surely this is going to get to a point where someone who's a custodian of the Constitution is going to hear this and see this and say, no, cop's wrong. No, you lose at district court. That's what happens. You're going to lose there. You're going to spend all that time and energy, sue the cop in federal court, and then you lose. And you're like, how could I lose? You have to go to the circuit court and then appeal to the Supreme Court. It's a hairy process.
So if there's being cuffs on my hands, that's
you're detained.
Yo, no,
you're detained. We don't know who you are. You could be wanted.
So he's saying you're detained, and he's saying it's an arrest. It's detainment. The Supreme Court, in oral arguments in Terry versus Ohio in 1967, in December of 1967, they had an argument back and forth with the Supreme Court personnel. I don't call them justices. And they said, well, does that mean little arrest and big arrest? And then the lawyer for the state, Reuben Payne, said, oh, I don't think we can call it an arrest or a seizure because that's in the Fourth Amendment. Let's call it something else. It's just semantics of words. Well, what should we call it? We'll call it detained. You're not really arrested unless they're going to take you down to the station and charge you with crimes. That's how bad Terry versus Ohio is. These cops are getting away with this. He's saying I'm being arrested, but he's not. He's only being detained. What do you mean? If you're putting me in torture cuffs and stopping my motion, then I've been arrested. One of the Supreme Court personnel, I believe Potter, argues that if a man grabs you and spins you around or puts you in handcuffs, then surely you've been arrested. And he says, you might not want to call it an arrest, but it's definitely an assault. It is an assault. It's such a hairy process. You're being arrested, and the Supreme Court changed the wording so they could call it detained. As you go in torture cuffs with your wrists behind your back, as governor, I'm going to end it. I will end it in one state, and every other state, the people will say, that's bullshit. Where Chile de Castro's governor, they don't put their arms behind their back. They don't even put them in torture cuffs. He got rid of the torture cuffs in that state.
It doesn't matter who I am. I don't have to show it.
Yeah, you do.
No, he doesn't, Chip Tooth. Medlin. They call him Chip Tooth around there. I talked to a lot of people in that area already.
I don't know where y'all see this at.
Hey.
Y'all from another state.
Yeah. That person walking down the street right there, does she have to show ID?
That's a man. That's not a she.
I'm just the same
One
as that
walking
dude
in
in
the
the
street where
passenger. I'm just a passenger. I'm not operating a vehicle. I'm not operating no vehicle.
LM3 dispatch.
All right, cool.
Let me get a 3132 all around the blackmail when you're ready. First name Terry with the Y, last name Owens. Date of birth is 10/1/07. He lives on Melrose Street.
You know what? This probably the dude who old Bo was talking about. The black charge.
Oh yeah, you're right.
What?
You're right. Hey, go ahead and start for the inspection sticker. Okay. Start for.
Whose car does it come back to?
Hey.
Did we run it?
No, Davenport said, look, Melrose. That's the dude that he's probably talking to. City guy was talking about. Remember when he said he was threatening him?
Yeah.
It's probably him.
That is him. Exactly. He come from Melrose. It's a black Charger.
Oh, wait, is it 638? It is 638 Melrose. It sure in the hell is.
We got a call last week.
Wow. So now you know it's a retaliatory stop. And here's the retaliatory stop. This is the reason why the pigs. This is at 17 minutes and 17 seconds. I'm going to come right back to this. Terry.
I want you to.
Terry Owens also sent me this. He got caught up with a city worker who threatened his son when his son pointed out the city worker was towing cars illegally.
I'm gonna record you because I want you to understand.
Hey, I'm over here at, I was taking on a car. You remember that gentleman from Melrose, 641? All right, his father done pulled up on me over here on Brown.
His father done pulled up on me?
I tried to do what? I tried to do what? No, it ain't. I tried.
He pulled up on me? No, he didn't.
To do what? Yeah. So I just want to know why you was threatening him.
Hey, my supervisor's on the way, brother.
But that's what. But I'm talking to you, man to man. Why was you threatening him? That's my thing. So you ain't got nothing to say now, right?
Like I said, my supervisor.
But the thing is though, you was acting real gully in the middle of the street. But now you talking about threatening me to come back and get my cars because you upset. You feminine like that?
They're illegally towing cars.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. You ain't got nothing to say now. Y'all over here fucking with these poor ass people. I bet you don't act like this toward a white man over in the other side of town, do you?
I have informed Terry that I would like him to stop the white man, black man thing. We're all in it together. Remember the saying. Remember what I always say. If you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around. Bang! They'll shoot you in the head. He was reaching. I used my glasses cases in his example. See the glare on the right there? See that glare? He's going to say, oh, I swear I thought that was a gun. It looked like a gun. The edge of his glasses cases looked like it was a gun. And then you get shot. Terry, we're all in it together, brother. These guys are not black. They're not Mexican. They're not white. They're blue. Terry, we're all in it together. If you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around. And that's a plain, simple fact.
Now you ain't got nothing to say, right? It's a little different when there's a man in your face, not a young kid.
So he's calling him out for towing people's cars wrongfully.
Because I already talked to Miss Denise, and I made a complaint. And I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna talk to her supervisor too, and I'm gonna make a complaint against her for failing to do her job. Because you guys work for us. You ain't just out here as a rogue player. You work for the city. You work for us. We pay your fucking bills. You threatening to come back over there and take my cars. So now, what was that? Now you calling the police like a little bitch? So you gotta call men with guns to fucking handle your business? Yeah.
Don't call the cops. I got a death threat today. I'm not calling the cops.
That's what I thought. Little punk.
So he called him out.
That's the
So we're back to 1717 here. But let me take you someplace else right now. One second.
Okay, Terry. So wait a minute. So say that again.
So on the, I believe it was like the 20th, somewhere around in that area. No. It was a week before the 9th. So it had to be like August 1st, August 2nd, that they were in a neighborhood taking people cars illegally.
That's why he's...
So my son, because the lady lives across the street from us, she works all the time. So my son watches her house when she was there. And he saw this truck backed all the way into her yard. So he went out there. He never went on her property, but he was in the street. He asked the guy, he goes, "Hey, don't you supposed to leave some kind of paperwork?"
Donald, take it easy. Donald Brown, take it easy, dude. Don't time out Donald Brown. Take it easy, Donald. All right? There's a lot of people here, man. Everybody take it easy on each other.
Have some paperwork that you tell these people you're taking their cars. And the guy came out in the street and started trying to fight my son, telling him he ain't got nothing to do with this, take your ass back in the house, and, you know, just getting all crazy with him. So my son had me on FaceTime while he was doing this. So I just told Jordan.
He was talking to the city worker about stealing people's cars?
Yeah. And the
city worker's a tow truck driver then?
There was a city worker was there with, with 3 flatbeds. And they were just in the neighborhood just taking people cars. They never tagged them or nothing. They were just back. This lady had her car sitting in the back of her yard, and they literally backed the tow truck, a flatbed truck, all the way back into her yard to take her truck. And so when he did that, I got on the phone and I called his supervisor and I told him, and they ended up having to bring the lady's car back. And they were trying to charge her. And she go, "What are you talking about? Trying to charge me?"
They had to bring the car back.
But the city people said it was my son's fault that the guy got in his face, because my son didn't have nothing to do with it, and he should have never been out there questioning him.
Oh, you shouldn't
So
question.
this whole thing of them pulling you over and arresting you for tint had to do with your son noticing that city workers were taking people's cars without tagging them or anything.
Yes.
He calls you. You guys called the city. They got to bring the lady's car back.
Yep. For free. They tried to charge her $500 to bring her car back, and she said, "No, you guys illegally took my car." So they had to bring her car back for free. So she went to the city and had a meeting.
Thanks for getting along, guys. I appreciate it. We need each other. I told Terry, stop making it a black and white thing. I asked him on the phone, please stop doing that. You might hear me say it. It's not black and white. It's us versus them. Remember that.
With the city about him taking her cars, and they told her that if it wasn't for my son coming out there, it was none of his business in the first place.
Yes, it is.
So, and that's what the lady told me on the phone also. The supervisor, Denise, she said, "Well, your son had no business going out there in the first place." I go, "Yeah, your guy was."
What are you talking about? Had no business.
Yeah.
He's part of the community, and he noticed cars being stolen by the city workers in the community.
Exactly. And then she hung up on me. She got smart and hung up on me. I made her little smart remarks and just hung the phone up. But I didn't know anything. I kept telling them. They even said, "How is this retaliatory?" When we didn't even know who he was. And then if you look through the Medlins, when Medlin talks, his ego gets him in trouble. So he was talking. He's like, "Yeah, this is the guy. This is the guy right here. Remember, this is the guy we've been looking for."
Black Charles.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Threaten old what? Old Bo was talking.
Owens' date of birth is 10/1/7. He lives on Melrose Street.
You know what? This probably the dude
Probably.
old Bo was talking about. The Black Charles.
Oh, yeah.
They were looking for a black.
You're right.
They were looking for a black Charger. They found a black Charger.
You're right. Hey, go ahead and start for the inspection sticker. Okay. Start for the tint. And we'll see what else we can get on him.
Whose car
We'll see what else we can get on him.
does it come back to?
Hey.
Did we run it?
No, Davenport said, look, Melrose, that's the dude that he's probably talking to. City guy was talking about. Remember when he said he was threatening him?
Yeah.
It's probably him.
That is him. Exactly.
So they do identify that it is him. So they were looking for him. And now they're acting like they're all surprised.
He come from Melrose. It's a black Charger.
Oh, wait, is it 638? It is 638 Melrose. It sure in the hell is.
We got a call last week or week before. A property standards worker called saying a guy driving a black Charger threatened him.
But he didn't threaten him. We just saw it on camera. He did not threaten him. Terry, this case gets better and better for you for your federal civil rights case.
638 Melrose, that's him.
This is retaliatory all the way, Terry.
Threatening with bodily harm because he was
did not. You guys just saw the video. Was there any threats of bodily harm? No, there was not.
He was doing his job, and
No, he was not doing his job. He towed the woman's car illegally, and he had to bring it back.
Chased him down and started threatening.
He did not chase him down and threaten him.
He said he had to call his supervisor. Timbo.
And this is the vehicle.
Our government is such dog shit. Our government employees are such dog shit. That, I mean, the paperwork, the Bill of Rights, part of the Constitution, is good stuff. But then the people who work in government bastardize the country. It's disgusting what we're seeing. You're watching it happen.
Yeah.
A black Charger with 10 windows.
Do you have any proof though that it was him exactly, or?
Oh, he just said the big guy.
Proof about what?
But I mean, we can't. But anyway, my thing is this. I mean, we asked him. All we did is we asked him simply. You know, we told him why we stopped him for his tent, and the next thing you know, he said, "So what's your legal reason for stopping me?" I said, "Traffic violation,
Hey,
sir."
Take a look or affidavit.
Where's your kid?
Your car.
Is it my car?
Yeah.
So they arrested Terry's son because he wouldn't give identification? That is purely and clearly a civil rights violation.
How old is he?
I don't know. Won't tell us anything.
Why would he?
Okay.
So resisting for both of them.
Are you going to add resisting because he won't give you? You won't allow you to illegally seize his identification?
I mean, if you're gonna arrest him, arrest him. Don't play wolf.
Oh no, I'm not. No, we're taking him on this traffic violation.
Wow.
For the tent and for the inspection sticker, since he didn't want to cooperate, and so we're taking him for sure. Because I already told him before you even got here. I said, "Well, you're going to jail for this." He said, "You can't take me to jail." I said, "Well, I can see." But I tell him that lady was on there and said, "Well, in Ohio, they don't have to give." I was like, "Ma'am," I said, "if you know the law," I said, "we're hiring right now."
Wow.
He took that as being disrespectful.
What are y'all doing with this?
I mean, how do we identify him?
I mean, it is what it is, unless you had a violation on him. My thing was, when I got up here, I thought he had a violation because he didn't have a seatbelt.
Yeah, well,
I mean, technically, it is what it is, unless you have a violation on him. He was sitting in a car. The car wasn't running. Since when do you have to jump in the car and put your seatbelt on if you're sitting on the side of the road?
I mean, it is what it is, unless you had a violation.
Technically, it is what it is. You mean the law? You mean your Bill of Rights?
My thing was, when I got up here, I thought he had a violation because he didn't have a seatbelt.
Yeah, well,
He claimed he took it off.
Well, we couldn't see in the car though. You know, it was dark.
Do you suspect he's wanted? You can detain him until you can find out who.
Yeah. Yeah.
And look, they have him in a cage, in a car, in torture cuffs. Look at how we're treated in this country. Just incredible. They have him torture cuffed and in a cage.
CCR 15.1 gives us the authority.
You ball sack, jack of a head bitch over here being fucking a little tyrant too.
I love it. You ball sack bitch. I love it.
Okay.
Bro, I watched that one. That was
I was
Chicken head look like a boss.
I was just trying to give him a break.
I know.
But
Oh, you were trying to give him a break? You're trying to give him a break as you torture cuff him and stick him in a fucking cage? You piece of shit.
I was
Chicken head look like a boss.
I was just trying to give him a break.
You were trying to give him a break, were you?
I know.
But we're gonna take him to the jail to find out who he is.
You can't do that. That's a violation of his Fourth Amendment. He doesn't have to. Took me a long time to tell you guys my name's Chili Castro. I'm a constitutional law scholar. Okay, it took me a long time to be able to say that to you guys. They're violating his constitutional rights. He does not have to give you identification as the passenger when you pull a car over. And the car wasn't pulled over. It was sitting on the side of the road. The jackboot thug pig, this one here, Medlin, he went up to the car that was sitting there. You understand that? It is not a law that you have to give your ID if you're the passenger in a car. And if it is, then it has to be changed because it would be repugnant to your Bill of Rights. It would go against your constitutional rights, repugnant to the Constitution. I'm just blown away that these dumb pigs arrested him for not giving ID. And then this pig says, I'm trying to help you out.
Head bitch over here being fucking little tyrant too.
Okay.
Bro, I watched that one. That was
I was
Chicken head look like a boss.
I was just trying to give him a break.
I know.
But we're gonna take him to the jail to find out who he is. Because we don't know who he is.
You don't have, that's bullshit.
All right.
Okay. Is there insurance on the vehicle?
We don't know. He won't give me nothing.
Have you run it though?
No, I have not run it yet.
Take a look at the comment section real quick. Take a look at the comment section real fast. Look what I just posted there.
Hey, it don't come back with any flags.
Yeah, they're not criminals.
Yeah, it don't have one of those on it.
Terry has a full-time job, and so does his son. Neither one of them are felons or criminals in any way.
Did he give it to you?
No, he did not give me the insurance right now.
Did you ask him where it was? Where's he at?
Yeah, he's in the back of 110. He said once he gets out of the car, he
And this guy's the supervisor. This guy's the supervisor on the scene. This guy right here. And so just so you know, Terry and son, he gets listed in your federal civil rights lawsuit. This jackboot thug pig right here gets listed.
No, we're not getting in there because he don't want us to do the 10 in the back. Hey.
Where's your phone? You got your phone?
See if he'll identify that kid so we don't have to take him to jail.
You want to? Okay. Do you want to identify your son? Why would you go to jail? Because we have to identify him. If we can't, we have to go to the jail where they run fingerprints and all that kind of stuff. He won't give it to us, so you see the process y'all start when you're constantly doing this. It is a process. Y'all playing games, and we're trying to be cool, and all this had to be with a ticket, but now we got to go through all this bull crap.
I asked him, "Are you even a sergeant?" I don't even see no stripes on you.
Believe, you know what? Believe whatever you want to believe.
Jordan. His name is Jordan.
Jordan what? I don't have any of your information.
He's got my ID. He's got my ID right
What's his date of birth? Jordan. What's Jordan's date of birth?
You know, is there somebody else you can call?
I'm it.
How is he gonna get on the street? Yeah, we can work with it. I don't want to get to work with while I'm sitting in the back of the car.
You're going to go regardless. I'm trying to help your son.
Are you trying to help him?
So, what's Jordan?
You're trying to help him? Are these pigs for real? You got him in torture cuffs in the back of a pig shack mobile, and he's strapped in. How are you trying to help him? He hasn't violated any law at all whatsoever. Nothing.
Gordon's date of birth.
Do we just want to do resisting, be done with it?
What's your name?
Charge him with resisting? He didn't do anything.
Jordan,
What's your name? What's your name? Terry.
How old is the kid?
So you're going to be willing to give up your information when you're torture cuffed and slammed into the back of a little tiny claustrophobic space, and then you're strapped in as your torture cuffs are cinching down tighter and tighter. And even if they don't get tighter and tighter, they don't oscillate. Your wrists don't oscillate. So the metal's digging into your wrist. Every time you get torture cuffed when you leave the dungeon, you have these rings and sometimes even hurt around your wrists. I mean, this is unbelievable, Terry, what I'm seeing here. This is unbelievable, friend.
Okay. Schultz.
They're all pigs.
Schultz. Yeah, I mean, how do we get the back done?
You don't need it. You got enough at the front. It's supposed to be 40 on the front. It's 24%.
They even changed it to higher now.
I would argue it. That he refused to be cooperative when you
and in the back, because you even in the daytime you can't see in there. It was, but the front was what, 20?
24.
24. Okay.
Why do they need to see in your car? To try to find a reason to arrest you. I'm changing that as governor.
And that's why I made sure that I did my test on it before I put it on.
Yeah.
To make sure that it was working properly.
Hey, this dude right here, he threatened one of the property standard guys.
No, he did not. We just saw the video. He did not. You're lying. That's defamation. That's slander right there.
And we tried to catch him the other day.
You tried to catch him for what? Because the city worker called and said that he had an argument with someone on the street? A disagreement?
Oh, because he said that you guys were targeting him.
We don't even know them. We one time we came by. First time we ever seen them. We came to a property standards because they called us. They said this guy driving this car is threatening us. You know, he had to call a supervisor.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I've ever seen either one of those. I don't even know them. How can I target them?
Yeah. Are we?
Huh?
Oregon.
They're from Oregon?
That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 12/10/2001. They ain't the same last name though, are they?
I don't know.
Is that dude Owens? Oh yeah, he has, and my partner does. Let me run check him. Right. 11B3 dispatch.
Good.
I need a 3132 all around on a.
I mean, look at the tiny little houses in Shreveport. It is such a poor community.
I'm assuming it's a black male. First name Jordan, last name Owens. Date of birth is 12/10/2001.
Where you at, man?
Yeah. What's his last name? I already ran him.
Oh, you already ran?
Mhm.
Clear?
Yeah, he's clear. Here, put his information down for our report so that whenever we do our report, because, you know, he wouldn't identify himself, reason he had to be detained. Hello? This traffic stop turned into all this.
Yep.
But we're not.
The traffic stop turned into all this. You escalated it, pig. There was no reason to stop him over tinted windows. So Daryl Harrison put down here, Brennan versus California. What that case is specifically is that the Supreme Court held that when a car is pulled over but then the driver's pulled over, that everybody in the car is detained. And what does detainment mean? From Terry versus Ohio, that you can be put in torture cuffs. That if your friend doesn't use their blinker and take a left on a road, that when you get pulled over and you're with your friend, the cops can torture cuff you. That's what that means. That's what Brennan versus California actually means. If you get into the actual terms of what it means.
She never put y'all on the call when y'all called her out.
She didn't.
And then David was like, "Can you come over there to pick us on this stop?" I looked on the computer.
Claudia.
I'm gonna go over there to her stop now.
Where's she on? Traffic? Where?
Yeah, she on traffic stop. She got to impound this car, but she got to take the person to jail. I'm gonna go wait on her impound.
Oh, they're impounding.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead.
10-4. Jordan Owens, going to be clear. NCIC, Louisiana.
Come on. Make sure you put in there and being failure to comply with lawful commands and all that. No, West 74th. He said he didn't. I'm recognizing him. He said he didn't understand his rights, so I didn't ask him nothing else. We simply asked him for his license.
So let me address this. I got Wanda on American Patriot saying that she doesn't like the disparagement of pigs. Wanda, you might be on the wrong channel. I hate cops. When cops die, I feel nothing. As a matter of fact, most of the time when they die and I see it on camera, I think they deserve it. So you might be on the wrong channel, Wanda. Now, you won't get the constitutional law scholar that I am on any other channel on YouTube. You won't get it. Nobody sits and dedicates and builds walls of understanding the Supreme Court, case law, the history of our Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Federalist Papers, the Anti-Federalist Papers, Leviathan, Spirit of Laws, 2 Treaties of Government, Essays in Understanding Humanity. Nobody on the internet, on YouTube, has put the research in that I put in. They just haven't. Now, Wanda, I hate pigs. I think they're jackboot scum pigs. So if you can't take that, Wanda, you might be on the wrong channel. I'm sorry if you can't take that, but I hate cops. Put a 1 in the chat if you hate cops. I openly admit it. I hate them. They are enemies. The cops are our enemies, Wanda. And if you haven't been put in torture cuffs, if you've never been taken down to the dungeon, Wanda, then you're not going to understand that. As sweetly and as nicely as I can say it, I'm sorry, I'm not going to change. This is the way that I am. I hate cops. I think they're scum. I literally think they're scum. Like when I see a cop, I walk right up to him and I say, "You're a scumbag pig." And I give him the bird right in his face. That's how I feel about cops, Wanda. So if you can't take it, you might not be able to take it. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. If you can't take it, you can't take it. I get it. If it's too hot, get out of the kitchen. But Wanda, I would venture out to say that you have not been put in torture cuffs, that you haven't been put in torture cuffs and said to the person who put you in them, "Ow, these are hurting my wrists." And then when a supervisor came on, you said, "Oh man, these are hurting my wrists." And then the supervisor says to you, "Well, they're not supposed to be comfortable." I bet you haven't been through that. Have you had to go to a prison and take off all your clothes, turn around, Bend over, spread your butt cheeks, and cough? You haven't? I have 3 dozen times, Wanda. If you haven't had that, then Wanda, you're not going to understand. Now, I'll also show you the case law. I can explain Brendan versus California without looking it up. I know what it already is. You never heard of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista before today. You may not have known that reasonable articulable suspicion is not a part of our Constitution. That was created in the 1968 case called Terry versus Ohio. You may not know that Pennsylvania versus Mims, that the pig says you got to get out of the car, that the unelected body of Supreme Court personnel in 1977 said, yeah, you got to get out of the car in the name of officer safety, an extension of Terry versus Ohio. You may not have known that the 2009 case of Maryland versus Wilson, the 1997 case of Maryland versus Wilson, and the 2009 case of Arizona versus Johnson, both of those cases say that the passenger has to get out of the car in the name of officer safety. Now, you're going to get the brains that you don't get on these dumb fuck channels on YouTube who run around saying qualified immunity. Well, if they're following the policies of Terry versus Ohio, you dumb shit, James Freeman, then they don't have to have qualified immunity. They could say I was following the policy of officer safety. Lackluster, you fucking moron. Can't take the bad language? I understand. I hardly ever curse, but I'm a little bit incensed that you would say, I can't take hearing that pigs are pigs and swine. If you can't take it, Wanda, it's never happened to you. You've never been put in torture cuffs, Wanda, ever. You've never been put in torture cuffs. Because if you had, just one time, listen, Wanda, and don't beat up Wanda. She's here. She obviously cares, right? I'm not beating you up, Wanda. I'm just explaining my position. I've been arrested for standing at the door of a party that got broken up, and they just arrested me. I've been arrested for filming cops twice in the past 2 years on camera. I got arrested in Ironton, Ohio for peacefully protesting, and then they tried to put me in the dungeon and revoke my bond where they would have attempted to kill me. You haven't been through it, Wanda, so you don't understand. I understand that you don't understand. I have nothing against you personally, but I hate pigs, and I think they're scum. Who do you fear when you drive through the night? It's the cops. It's the cops who you fear. Am I wrong? You're not afraid of me when you drive down the road because I'm not going to attack you. Even someone who's road raging, you can slow down to 10, 20 miles an hour and let them go and you can get away from them. A pig you can't get away from. I hate cops, Wanda. I openly admit that I hate cops. So I'm not going to change the way I am. I can't. I've been damaged by these pigs.
Registration insurance. Why would you do this? Look at these people.
It's Oregon.
No, right here. Come up here and try to drive through all this instead of turning around. Yeah, I couldn't go back and say no. After I told him that, I couldn't go back and say I'm gonna write you a ticket.
Well, no, he already resisted you.
Yeah.
The fact that he gave it to me afterwards is null and void.
So we
he already
do that
resisted you by refusing to give
you
his information.
14108, yeah.
How do I say it's Tinted too dark?
No, the front window, the one that he failed to let us do is the back window, but the front was 24% on a meter. Okay.
You're arresting him because a window's tinted too darkly? Wanda, how in the world can you accept what you're seeing here? They're arresting him because a window is tinted too dark? But yet you can't take that I call them jackboot motherfucking pigs? Let me show you something.
And tonight, newly released video shows the deadly confrontation between sheriff's deputies and a man crossing.
It wasn't a confrontation. The guy was just crossing the street.
I don't know. Whether to confront French County.
Carter Evans.
Two Orange County.
He's jaywalking, Wanda. He's crossing the street, and there's no traffic. He doesn't impede traffic at all whatsoever.
Sheriff's deputies are heard casually deciding whether to confront 42-year-old Kurt Reinhold. The deputies were on patrol assigned to the homeless outreach team.
You gonna stop or we got to make you stop?
Are you going to stop or are we going to make you stop? You crossed the road. You didn't impede traffic, but you crossed the road.
Cell phone video shows the confrontation quickly escalating.
What is your problem? Why are you touching me?
Minutes later, both deputies tackle Reinhold.
They're attacking him for crossing the road, but they're not jackboot thug pigs. Oh, he's got my gun. He's got my gun. Another one of these things.
Surveillance video appears to show Reinhold's hand near one of their holsters, and then a deputy fires 2 shots.
They execute him in the street for walking across the street.
The only official comment, this recorded video.
We withhold judgment until all facts are known and the investigations are complete.
The cops investigated themselves and found no wrongdoing. They don't even call it murder.
Resisted you.
Yeah.
The fact that he gave it to me afterwards is null and void.
So we gotta
already
do that
resisted
for-
you by refusing to give you
He resisted you. He has to go to jail for that. His windows were tinted too dark.
14108, yeah.
How do I say it's tinted too dark? Do I need
No, the front window, the one that he failed to let us.
The one? Is it the one? Are you dumb or stupid, you pig?
Back window, but the front was 24% on a meter, which is that's.
You guys have got to understand something. You've got to listen to what I'm telling you. You have to have, I can't do this for you. I give away the trifold to hundreds of people. A lot of you probably got the trifold today or tomorrow. I sent off 100 free ones on Sunday. Okay, listen. You have to invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and you have to have the literature in your hand. They say the passenger give ID. It's in your trifold right here. Passenger, get out of the car right there. If you have to know that you have to get out of the car, it's right there. You have to know it. You got to know it. You have to have the non-driver card in yellow right here for number 4 so that you can show the copper, I don't got to give you my ID. You have to have the literature in your hand. You have to have your phone in your other hand. You have to use your license registration. And we're in Nazi Germany. Did you guys not know that? You guys don't know that? So what am I doing? Do I agree with the license scam, with the registration scam? No, I don't. I do not at all whatsoever. But you have to just put your ish together. Your license, your current proof of insurance, and your registration all go in a laminated card. Wanda, I'm sorry that you can't take the... Oh, Edie, I thought you were a member. I thought you have another channel or something. I thought Edie's a contributor. She donates money. She buys my products. She's down. Edie, we're going to have to hire a lawyer for Terry. We have to hire a lawyer for Terry. Let's take a little break on Terry's case. You saw most of it. There's 3 other body cameras that we have to look at. But actually, there's a couple Twitter accounts that I want to go to right now where I want to show you guys something. And I'm going to cover Brian from Here's the Deal. I'm going to cover his channel right here, right now. And Brian from Here's the Deal, he released this video, and I looked up their Twitter accounts. And I want to show you guys this. I want to show you this. This is so absolutely ridiculous what you're about to see here.
In more ways than one. And I'm going to prove to you in this video that thin blue lives matter. In their minds, they matter more than you. As a matter of fact, in this video, I'm going to show you even care.
Tim and his
nightmare
lives.
Well, tonight we're getting an up-close look at one family's nightmare.
This is a well-known family experiencing something all of us can relate to, concern for their teen driver. The Senate President Pro Tem and his wife, the Oklahoma County Clerk, got a terrible phone call January 5th.
I have both of their Twitter accounts. I'm going to share them with you. These are cop-sucking status. So the Senator Pro Tem, his brother's a pig. And that's the wife. Her name's Marisa. Maresa, Marissa, but spelled so stupidly. She's a cop-sucking pig sucker. Their kid almost dies, and they just cop suck it all the way.
Their 16-year-old son had been in a catastrophic accident on the highway.
News 4's Allie Myers sat down with the Treat family for an update on their son's recovery and some brand new details. And this shocking crash may lead to a new state law.
I-40 westbound at the mile marker 136 with a black Dodge Charger. No 28 available.
16-year-old Mason Treat is behind the wheel. That black Charger, a birthday gift for a new driver. He's on his way to basketball practice.
Morning, Deputy Mendoza, Connecticut County Sheriff's Office. The reason I stopped you, you have no tag on your vehicle. Is there a reason for that? Yes, sir.
The reason he was.
You don't have a tag on your vehicle, so I decided to pull you over while everybody else is doing 65, 70 miles an hour. I'm putting both of our lives in jeopardy. So you would think that the law that this dad, who's some kind of legislator, you think the law that he would propose would be a law to not pull people over on the side of the road and jeopardize their lives. At least that's what I thought he was going to do. Listen to this.
Pulled over is because didn't have the tag yet. And Oklahoma law allows for 2 months for that.
He's sitting in his car doing everything that he's supposed to do. He rehearsed with us how to talk to the officer, where you put your hands.
And this is the part that pisses me off. That I have to sit here and coach you guys that you have to have the literature. You have to have the cop card. Your hands got to go to touchdown position. You got your phone in one hand. You got your trifold in the other. I hate this. That we live in Nazi Germany, that if you don't follow this rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols, that the cops can murder you. It's just so disgusting. It is so nasty that we live in Nazi Germany. It just makes me want to vomit.
Explaining, here's my paperwork. I'm a legal driver. And it should have been a simple conversation. And then he should have made it to basketball.
No, actually, there should have been no conversation. There should have been no cop pulling him over because he doesn't have a registration extortion fee metal plate on the back of his vehicle.
14 minutes after Deputy Jose Mendoza first pulled over Mason Treat.
Tell you what, I was gonna give you a written warning for the license plate. I'm not even gonna do that. I don't want that to show.
Now I'm gonna pause it right here. I'm gonna advance it one more frame because YouTube is real squirrely. But I'll tell you what I will do. I will make sure if you want to see this without the edits, I will upload a video to my Twitter page. So just go to High Impact Flicks on Twitter and you can see that. So you can see right here in the left side of your screen, this is a truck with a trailer that's about to cream the back of this Charger right here, which is in mortal jeopardy. So so
hold on.
He continues to roll.
So the car whacks. So just
Deputy
so you guys know, the car whacks the car, slams it, totals one of the cars.
Mendoza's dash camera continues to roll. It takes the injured deputy more than a minute to reach for his radio and call for help. Another 2 minutes before help.
Hey, you okay, brother? Just wait for this. And remember, we have their Twitter accounts. I have both of their Twitter accounts. I'm going to post them in the comment section, and we're going to go and check Marisa, and we're going to check Greg, whose brother's a pig. Just wait. Listen to what the pig says right here.
Another 2 minutes before help arrives. An OHP trooper scans the deputy for injuries. Turns out they are neighbors and friends.
Is your leg okay? I don't care about them.
I don't care about them.
And friends.
Is your leg okay?
Are they okay, he says?
I don't care about them.
I don't care about them.
Mendoza asks, are they okay? Talking probably about the 16-year-old driver. And this OHP trooper says, oh, I don't care about them. I care about you, buddy. They can suffer for a little while longer, and watch how long they make this 16-year-old suffer.
3.5 minutes pass. Another trooper arrives.
One of them hit him.
The deputy is seriously injured, but no one has checked on the other victims.
Wow. How unbelievable is that? That's why I said to Wanda, stick around. you might change your point of view here. You might change your point of view. These guys are pigs, are they not? Put a 1 in the chat if these guys are pigs. Absolute pigs.
No one is helping the teen boy trapped in his car. 6.5 minutes after the call came in, a Yukon police sergeant is the first to check on Mason Treat.
Can you imagine being the parent watching this dash camera video and being so infuriated and outraged that they put the life of your child on the back burner so that they could pay attention to the guy who basically was the catalyst for the accident? Yeah, this guy in the truck may have swerved over, but he wouldn't have hit any vehicles. He wouldn't have put 2 additional lives in jeopardy. Nobody's mentioning that in this news story.
He arrives at the Charger 8.5 minutes after the crash.
From having a child.
8.5 freaking minutes that you could be rendering aid to somebody and helping to save their life. They don't. He literally, the OHP guy says, I don't care about them. I don't.
8.5 minutes. The kid could have been bleeding out. Oh my goodness. We have 11 minutes until the premiere on American Patriot Forever. Everybody, we have, oh, Nova Brand. What's going on, my brother? How are you? Good to see you. Oh, Nova Brand. I know, man. I see you on Twitter. Nice to see you here. In 11 minutes, we have the premiere for American Patriot Forever. This episode is my #1 video on my DLZ main channel. The episode you're going to see today is the #1 video I have on Delete Laws. And I put the link for, we're 10 minutes to Wapner. I put it right there. Premiere coming out. Premiere on American Patriot Forever. If you're not subscribed, get over there and subscribe to American Patriot Forever. American Patriot Forever. I hope we don't run out of time. I may kick it back because I want to get to these Twitter pages. I want to show you guys this couple.
Care. Not, we'll deal with them later. I don't care.
He doesn't care.
Approximately the same age, and I could tell he's young. I could tell from body behavior that it was pretty clear he had a pretty traumatic head injury.
Mason was unconscious, unresponsive, broken, and seizing.
I was angry when I realized the time gap.
She's got those eyes like that troll Colin Campbell.
Broken and seizing.
I was angry when I realized the
She's got the same kind of crazy fish eyes that the troll does.
time gap. What if he would have survived the crash and wouldn't have survived those 10 minutes?
Yukon Fire pried Mason from the wreckage and carried him to an...
So basically the mom saying, because of that, but in spite of all.
We are so incredibly thankful for their service.
What?
Minutes after impact.
We are so incredibly thankful for their service.
What are you talking about? They left him in a car to bleed out for 9 minutes.
My uncle's a sheriff. My grandfather's retired.
Your uncle's a sheriff?
Police officer. Incredibly thankful for their service. My uncle's a sheriff. My grandfather's retired police.
So you have pigs all over your family.
Police officer. My brother-in-law's police officer.
So Greg, the Senator Pro Tem, his brother's a pig. So they got to suck cop stick.
So we love our police officers. We
love your police officers who left your kid in the car to die?
We love our first responders.
Oh, you love them after they didn't do their job? What's wrong with you, Marisa?
All of them.
You love all of them just blindly? What about the one who said, I don't care about them? Do you love him too?
And we count on all of them very much.
Oh, did you count on them here? Because it wasn't until the third one showed up 9 minutes later.
So, and I think when there's a moment that you feel like they almost failed.
They almost failed? They did fail.
Almost. They did fail.
Yes.
The reason your son's alive is in spite of what the officers did or didn't do, not because of. Your love for law enforcement in spite of this just shows your Stockholm syndrome, in my opinion.
Yes, it does.
It's hard to process.
What?
Because that's who we do count on.
It's not hard to process. You're nuts, lady. You just watched him forsake your son to leave him to die. And you're sitting here saying it's hard to process, you dumb twat.
It's hard to process because that's called cognitive dissonance. You're trying to hold two mutually exclusive ideas at the same time, and you can't do it. So you just pacify your mind and smooth it over, even though you're trying to hold on to both. Number one, the first one is They almost killed my son. Damn it. My son almost died because of you, because you pulled him over and then you didn't render aid. And
So there it is right there. Let me just real quick show you Marisa Treat. Here she is right here. There she is. And there they are saying, oh my God. Oh my God. I just saw your cop sucking commentary. Are you deluded? Are you completely mad? Maybe we should end police practice of pigs pulling over people on the side of the freeway. Maybe, Marisa, you pig sucker. Maybe. Here's the link to her Twitter page. Feel free to go over and let her know exactly what you think. What a pig sucking piece of shit. I mean, I'm sorry. Sorry, Wanda. She's a pig sucking piece of shit. Because her brother-in-law is a cop and her uncle was a cop and her grandfather was a pig. So she's got that cop stick just sucking it. Disgusting. There it is right there. There's the link to her Twitter account. But I'm not done. We have more. So I saw her cop sucking comments there. And now let's go to Greg Treat. There he is right there. There he is. I'll put the link for Greg Treat down in the comments, into the comments, so that you guys can leave a message for Greg Treat. I'm going to leave one right now as you guys watch. I mean, what a his brother's a pig. Remember that. Because his brother's a pig, then everything's good. And so I already commented, of course. Well, so what's the legislation he's trying to pass? That you get 2 months when you get it's just so stupid that you can have a registration. It's stupid. Bill 1450 is about your registration tag. You're completely deluded. There's something wrong with you. Why don't you end the practice of police pulling people over on the freeway? What's wrong with you, dude? Oh, your brother's a pig. Oh, makes sense. You're a cop sucking piece of shit. Scumbag. Pig sucker. Piece of shit scumbag. I put the links right down in there. So this is the piece of shit Greg Treat, who's termed out finally, Oklahoma Senate President pro tem. This legislation was, and he just milks that his son. I mean, look at that. I appreciate from my colleagues, by the grace of God, both Mason and the sheriff deputy involved are recovering. He just milks his son for publicity, being hit past the vote to elimination of the state portion of the grocery tax. Maybe there shouldn't have been a tax on groceries ever to begin with. Just maybe. How about that? How about that? It's just so ridiculous. My wife, Marisa, who said that she loves the pigs, sat down with Andy WKOC and to share an update of our son Mason's ongoing recovering from his near fatal accident. It's a story about our faith and how community has been instrumental through the process. What a load of shit, dude. What a load of shit. This guy is just a cop sucking piece of shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm confident we'll get this done. And what are we going to get done? What are we going to get done? So I put his links down in there. Look at him milking it, just milking his son being hit by a car.
In more ways than one. Buddy over and putting their lives at risk. Aren't lives more valuable? My bill will allow you almost instantaneously to get a metal tag and then give a temporary 10-day tag for those who buy from a dealership.
Wow.
It would allow private.
It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. And here's the deal right here, this channel. If you're not a member or subscribed to this channel, get over there and subscribe to Brian from Here's the Deal. I'll drop his link down in the chat as well. But he nails it right here.
Temporary you almost instantaneously drivers and law enforcement. My bill.
Treat has a bill that he hopes will help drivers and pigs.
Treat has filed a bill that he hopes will help drivers and law enforcement.
Pigs.
My bill will allow you almost instantaneously to get a metal tag and then give a temporary 10-day tag for those who buy from a dealership. It would allow private sales to be registered online, allowing an immediate notification that the car has been switched over. What if you got pulled over for another reason? Hey, your tag light wasn't illuminated properly.
Right.
Hey, you didn't make a turn signal in a fair amount of time, so I'm pulling you over. I need to see your ID. Smash. Somebody rear end you. So he's not doing anything to solve the problem.
No,
and the
he's
problem
not.
is pulling somebody over and putting their lives at risk
On the side of the freeway, yes.
on the sides. Justification, the reason.
So what do I teach you guys? What do I teach you? Use your trifold, use your Fifth Amendment cop card. If they pull you over on the freeway, don't pull over on the freeway. Take the next exit. Put your hand out. I got you. I'm going to pull over here. I'm pulling over. Slow down to 45 miles an hour. He'll put his lights on, his siren on. Do not stop on the freeway. If he gives you any shit, you do what I did. Watch. I didn't pull over on the freeway. Watch. When the cop tried to pull me over on the side of the freeway, I said, I'm not pulling over on the side of the freeway. We got 3 minutes till Wapner. 3 minutes until Wapner. I'm going to show you this video real quick where the cop tried to pull me over on the freeway, and I said, I'm not pulling over on the freeway. I literally told him the answer is no. Let me go to videos here. Let me search. Here it is. FOIA your body cam. FOIA your body cam. And I'm going to find out if my taillights were out in a rental car. I'm not going anywhere, Jack. Running camera. There was no driver's licenses right here.
County.
So the cop's trying to pull me over on the freeway.
Hi.
I put my hand out and I signaled to him that I'd pull over on the up here.
Roy with the Louisiana County Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over is you don't have any tail lights on. Is there any reason you did not pull over when I activated my lights?
I plead the Fifth Amendment. I'm not going to tell him that I'm not going to pull over until I'm in a safe place. I'm going to immediately invoke my Fifth Amendment right.
Roy with the Louisiana County Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over is you don't have any tail lights on. Is there any reason you did not pull over when I activated my lights?
Oh, shoot. American Patriot Forever starting right now.
47
Don't meet me there, beat me there.
Here's my license.
Here it is. American Patriot Forever is coming out right now. We got 2 minutes. Let me pause this. 2 minutes till Wapner. Let me drop the link down in the chat. Here it is. American Patriot Forever. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Wanda, I hope you can hang. Sorry for that you don't like calling cops pigs and scumbags and pieces of shit. But that's exactly how I feel, and I'm not going to change. Not one bit. I hate cops. They're scum. And that's a fact. Look at how the cops avoided our conversations today. So this is starting right now. Let me kill the volume on this so we can just watch it over here. It's counting down 13 seconds. I'm going to drop the link in the chat right here. Sorry, guys, I got to go. I got to switch over to American Patriot, and I'm going to watch it with you guys. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Wanda, I hope you can take it. I really do. We're 59 seconds till Wapner. This is the best episode so far. This is super intense. I finally confront the cops who have been torturing the people in this town. And you can see that they are beta male chumpzillas. We're 45 seconds. Here's the link. Go to this link right here. I'll put this right there in the chat. There it is. I'll flip this over here. Here it is. Here's the link to the chat. Oh, that's American Patriot Forever. There it is. I'll put it in the link right here. There it is. Get over here to this channel right here. We're starting in 28 seconds. I'm going to end this live pretty quick. You guys, make sure you have a trifold in your car. If you need one for free, email me. I'll give you one for free. If I email it to you, you can print out a bunch of copies. If I get too many requests, I'll ask you to cover shipping and handling, but I rarely do that. Sometimes I do. But 10 seconds to go. Listen, thank you guys. I'm sorry I'm not doing any shout outs. I love you. Thank you for supporting me. I'll see you on the next one. Later, Gators.